All right, let's do this thing. Everybody, welcome to the. I don't know if we want to say it's the first of a mini series, or if we're just doing this. And Daniel and I will never want to do this again. But welcome to a watch party. And Daniel and I care very much because Big 12 versus ACC tonight. TCU visiting the North Carolina Tar Heels
Hmm.
in North Carolina. And before we get to anything else, Daniel, I've been looking forward to this game since we found out it was going to be on the Monday showcase.
Yes, it is. I will not be shocked if this is not the most watched game from the weekend. It's on Monday night. There's no
Really?
competition. Oh yeah,
Because it's the
there.
only thing on.
It's the only thing on. There's
Okay.
no competition. It will not shock me if this is going to be the most watched game from the weekend.
I think we will have to talk and see what the details are.
Yeah,
I mean, obviously, it started off with a bang, Texas and OSU
yeah,
headlining. But and I'm gonna tell everybody, I'm just sort of jumping into this tonight. Everybody is gonna be stream of consciousness.
yeah.
On a personal level, I've had kind of a challenging weekend, so I am gonna be honest with all of you. I really didn't watch a ton of football, which has been kind of cool because I was sitting back and now I've seen it in hindsight, and I can sort of go, oh, okay, now we have a picture. Whereas in the middle of it, man, it was you're up, you're down, I'm up, you're down, and so I'm really looking forward to this. This is a big week here at College Football Mafia. Welcome to the channel. If you're new here, please take a second to subscribe. Follow Daniel and I on Twitter. And this is a watch party, which means something really weird. There's a game going on. I get to watch. Daniel gets to watch. We get to comment on. I will update you. Um, but you're the third party, the
Yeah.
sort of third leg of this. We don't get to share. I don't get to take the screen share, watch the video, right? Because ESPN would shut us down in a heartbeat. So this will be really interesting. Maybe the one and only one we do this year. I have no idea. The time commitment, as
Yeah.
Daniel said, it's like 4 hours. If
Because
we include,
ESPN will
right.
will jam a million commercials into this.
Yes, yes, and it's going to be absolutely nuts. But just watching ESPN, and I'm watching it on my cell phone. Are you watching it, Daniel, on a
I
different
got a
laptop?
TV up here that
Okay,
yeah.
that's actually what I should do. That I should take an old TV and just mount it, because I have Xfinity, so
Yeah.
I could put TVs all over my house if I wanted to, and it's not a problem. So that's next level. I'm working on some new stuff for this fall, but we are kicking off officially the third year of the College Football Mafia family and network, as I call it around here, since I started the whole thing, and this has been a lot of fun, right? I mean, are we
Hmm.
looking forward to this? This to me might be the most look forward to college football season since BYU in 1985.
uh, it it's going to be interesting. It's already was interesting over the weekend. Um, I I don't think too many people had Florida State beating Bama.
I
Um,
don't know. I lean into Florida State. I'm a
yeah,
Florida State fan.
I
Everybody said
picked
2-10. Look at their
yeah.
down. I go, they still have all the 5-star talent. They just couldn't put it together and win any games.
I picked them just because it was a 13-point spread. I didn't think that was going to be
We picked it. I think everybody picked
yeah,
against the spread.
yeah.
Yeah,
Um, that Texas Ohio State game.
except for
Let's get
Becky, I think picked Alabama if I remember right. Anyway, go ahead.
that was a coin flip game. I mean, both of them are really good. It's um, I almost said Peyton. Arch Manning
Yes, right.
looked not good,
Well,
and
let's give him some grace though. Texas at OSU, coming
yes,
off a national championship. The honestly, he hasn't been asked to really do anything since he's been at Texas.
true.
And OSU's defense is locked down. So come on now.
Yeah, but all the hype that Manning had, where he was supposed to be a lock for the Heisman, and he didn't play all that well.
No. Oh, well, I mean, but I'm saying OSU can make everybody look bad. I think
True,
everybody's in the instant reaction, right? And
true,
the problem is Feinbaum said he's the truth, right? He said
true.
Manning's the truth. He's the Heisman contender. And he hasn't even taken a snap, and those expectations were completely whacked. And
Yeah.
I think Sarkisian made some tactical. I mean, it wasn't a blowout, right?
No, no, no,
Texas was
no.
in the
It
game.
was 14-7. So it wasn't
Yeah,
like
that's what
that.
I'm saying.
Yeah, it's not like that. You're going to sit there and say, "Oh, he played horrible." No, it was it was a one touchdown game.
Yeah, no. I mean, it's a kickoff return different, right? I mean, it
Yes.
only takes one play. As we saw, and I didn't get to watch it, but I was getting play by play from Rock last night. Miami and Notre Dame, the exact same
Yes.
thing, right? Miami gets out and finds it difficult to close the deal. And it's hard to win college football games. The differences between
Yeah.
the teams now have margins have never in history been more narrow than they are right now.
True.
Since 1980, maybe Notre Dame, 88 might have been the last year where you could say everybody sort of had the same equal chance. You could be in the WAC or you could be over here. Almost anybody could win it.
Yeah.
Since then, it's been machines. It's been
Yeah.
these brands that have been winning championships, and now it's closed back again. It's like what was
Yeah.
old is new again, and I think this college football season is going to be absolutely fire.
That they played West Virginia for that national championship at the Fiesta Bowl.
I'm sorry.
So no. What happened
I'm
was that
sorry.
the quarterback that they had, Major Harris, ended up separating his shoulder third play of the game.
Yeah,
And
I'm a little foggy on those details. That was a long time
well,
ago.
I'm close to
All I
him.
know is
So,
Miami had them beat
yeah.
in South Bend
Yes.
and got robbed. That's all I'm going to
Hmm.
say. Miami has 6 national championships, people. I don't care
Yeah.
who you are. Notre Dame was gifted that NC. Anyway, let's do some shout outs. The game's getting ready to kick off. If you're not watching the game and you're watching Daniel and I don't know what you're doing. Why are you watching us? But if you are here, we hope to be entertaining. But let's do some shout outs before we get into the game. And then we're just going to scroll through this, people. Pop in, pop out. We'll do the best we can to cover it. I hope you like it, but I make no promises. Moen says he did a 6 same game. Let's see. I put $10 on a 6-leg same game on UNC Go Heels. Moen's betting against the Big 12. You and I do not want that to happen.
No.
So come on, let's go TCU. That's all I can say. Bill G, what was old is new again. Bill G was maybe the third or fourth sub I've ever had in my ever had on the channel. He's back. He was never gone. I didn't even know he had been gone. So while it doesn't say that he's been with us for over 2 years, he has. He's like a 28 or 29 month. Bill, thank you so much. BYU won, brother. Let's go.
Was it
Right?
whenever you guys were still holy rivals? Whenever it was just you and Ute?
Yeah, something like that. It might have been just me actually, because I was BYU. I can't remember. I mean, I'm foggy. I'm old and don't remember anything. Ryan Willie checking in. Wisconsin Badger in the house. Did Wisconsin win or lose? I honestly don't know.
Hold on.
Okay, you check, and I'll keep going. Hi, College Football Mafia. Ryan, thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you. And on Badgers, let's go. Almighty Finn, can FSU get a little respect? I think in 2 more weeks, FSU is going to be right back where they were last year before everything fell apart and they were ranked in the top 10. You guys just keep winning, Finn, and you're going to be fine. Just keep doing what you're doing. Let's see here. Caden the Diesel Freak loves to call in. We are going to try to do call-ins. I'm not going to guarantee anything. We're going to do the best we can, but Caden, always appreciate you, and thank you so much for being a member of the College Football Mafia. Bob Swinger representing Penn State Nittany Lions, winning and going, saying, hey, Finn, great start for FSU. Bob Swinger, thank you for being here representing the Big Ten and a valuable member. We have had kickoff. North Carolina, I'm sorry, I missed the kickoff. That shows you how bad I am at this. They did not get a good return, but boy, there's a 9-yard run. I mean, we haven't even talked about the game yet. We'll get to more shout-outs really quick, but really quick, what do you think about this game specifically?
Need TCU to win. The Big 12 hasn't looked good this weekend.
I think that's an arbitrary.
Yeah.
I don't necessarily believe that. That's been the narrative. I don't think the Big 12 has been as bad as everybody.
Yeah. And Wisconsin beat Miami. Miami of Ohio.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, good. Okay, we got an option to this. Okay, first down on 2 plays. So North Carolina's come to play. Belichick, we'll get into it. We're going to be here so long, we're going to be able to talk about everything. I really want to get through these shout-outs. So Mike G, good to have you here, man. If you're new to the channel, you've probably been around, and I just not remember. I apologize. It's great to see you. Thank you very much for being here tonight. Make sure you follow us on Twitter and subscribe to our channel on YouTube. We really, really appreciate it. We have gone up since we went to 5,000. We have stormed past 5,000. We're 5,050 and growing. And those subs, every single one of them, Moen, and we'll tell you, they are very, very important. We mine those things. So you guys, oh, brother, there's another 9-yard gash up the middle. TCU needs to buckle up against the run here.
It's the first couple plays. I'm not worried yet.
I don't know. Those have not looked good. TCU just ran by that running back. I don't know. Now here's the first pass. Let's go. They're going for all of it. He's wide open. He caught it. Oh, This could be a long night, Daniel. Mike G, we really need this one to go the Horned Frogs way. Yeah, we're with you, brother. They're getting smacked in the face right now. They're going to have to take this rush at the beginning of the game, right? Because there's so much emotion behind UNC, Belichick, all the pomp and circumstance, how beautiful. I mean, this game is just a trophy. TCU, in my opinion, needs to get through the first quarter less than 21 points down. What do you think? Does it need to be more or less than that?
Well, less than that. If they're down by 21,
I don't know. Ask Miami how it is holding a lead.
That's really difficult to come back from.
Get him! Oh, brother. Well, I am impressed. I wasn't. I didn't pick UNC. Let's see here. Moen checks in with his Mike G. West Virginia World. Good to have you here, man. Give me some Hoover walking in and putting up 320 and 3. He may have to do that. West Virginia World. Right now, TCU looks just punch drunk. Like Mike Tyson says, everybody's got a plan until they get punched in the face, right? All right, so first and goal, really quick. Let me just
on the 5.
Yeah, they're on the 5-yard line. They are running wishbone, wing T. Get him! Yeah, there you go. All right, let's go. Lost 3 yards. Hold them to a field goal. Let's go. You have to take this hit. Everybody, if you're watching right now, you're a Big 12 fan, it's okay. TCU just has to get through this first quarter. But they do look tired already. I mean, they look absolutely tired. Is there anything else? One more comment from West Virginia World. And what's up, gents? Dylan from X on here. Dylan, thank you so much. It's great to see you. I appreciate it. I didn't know that was your handle. Dylan and I have been talking about he wants to do some podcasting stuff and some other thing. I told him I'd help him. So, ball game. He's in. Okay. Yep. So UNC, what was that? Touchdown. 7 plays, touchdown, something like that.
Oh, hold on.
They went 85 yards. That looked good. That looked really, really good. So, Mike G says D down Frogs. Yeah, boy, we're cheering for you, Mike. I swear, you have people supporting you.
Hey, trust me. I want to see TCU win it.
Yes. Yeah. Let's see here. Kicking the field goal or point after. Let's just make sure they complete this before we move on to the next thing. Um, oh, did he get over? Oh my gosh, that barely made it. Okay, well, here we go, TCU. This is where Hoover needs to do exactly what Mike G said. He needs to play well. So we'll have to see how that goes. But Belichick just looked like he had another day in the office.
Oh yeah.
Jordan's there. Larry Brown's there. Not Larry Brown. Who is that? That's basketball coach, UNC basketball coach, national championship.
Dean Smith.
No, Dean Smith's dead.
Yeah.
Dean Smith may be watching the game, but
Yeah.
I'm not. I'm not resurrecting him at all. Where's this sound coming from? Check me. I'm sorry. I apologize.
Hold on.
I know what it was. I got it. It was I was doing the Gamecast, the ESPN Gamecast. We get some stats,
commercial. Yeah.
And it had an audio attachment I had no idea about. So I'm going to watch the live stream. I'll try to keep up on that. If you wouldn't mind watching the stats and they did this and just I'm not saying stare at it, Danielle. I'm just saying
hold on.
They are doing things. It'd be cool to sort of be able to reflect on those. I'm going to tell everybody right now that I'm doing this because Rock and Rant encouraged me to do it, one. And two, he did it on Saturday and probably did the best one I've ever seen. But in his defense, he's only second one I've ever seen. And Greg Pflugar is the first one I've ever seen do it. He does a really good job. So, it's hard to do what we're doing.
Unless you saw him last year during the Minnesota UNC game. That was rather emotional for him because UNC won final second field goal.
Okay. All right. West Virginia World says my dad's side his family side grew up in Boone County, Madison, West Virginia. You probably know where that's at, Daniel.
I know exactly where that is.
That's awesome. Let's see. Thomas Chris Chapman watching on YouTube. We appreciate that, Thomas Chris Chapman. Make sure you subscribe and follow us on Twitter. We are the College Football Mafia channel, network, everything. We've been doing this. This is going into our third season, and we just go from strength to strength. We're doing big things this fall. If you missed it, Wild Ute did a video today that posted. There was SEC, Big Ten, Fire. Get in there and watch that video. They're putting a bunch of time and energy into these things. Wild Ute University's best of brand. You want data, you want analytics, you want deep dive about why things hopefully will turn out in a certain way. That's what Wild Ute does, and then obviously Moen does all the legwork, all the heavy lifting in the background. So,
are you guys still going to do that with Chris Lambert on what was that, Thursday? Friday?
That's the other show that I have scheduled this week besides Big Freakin' Friday. I'm still expecting to do that. Yeah. Okay, kick through the end zone. TCU and Josh Hoover are coming out.
Starting at 25.
Starting at the 25-yard line. He had a really good season last year. Breakout, in fact, almost 4,000 yards passing. We'll have to see. I don't know. I'm hoping and praying. So let's just pause here for a second. This makes for good TV. I know, everybody. So 25-yard line. Open, so no set in the background, just in the backfield. Okay, let's go. Okay, pass catch, 13 yards. All right, so TCU's come to play. They're not just going to roll over for Bill Belichick.
No.
And are they running hurry up? That's another thing. Nope. They're they want to shorten this game. They do not want to be in North Carolina another minute than they have to, which makes complete sense. So let's see. I want to wait for another play here. Or is there a timeout? What's going on? All right, we'll forget about that. Let's get on to some more comments. Appreciate everybody being here tonight. This is a watch cast party, whatever you call it. We don't know what we're doing. We're making it up as we go. Okay, here's another play. Josh Hoover Screen pass. What was that? 3 yards?
About.
Yeah, we'll have to track that through the game. I hate those flanker or those bubble screen passes out in the. I hate that stuff going side to side. I absolutely hate side to side football. All right, Josh Hoover again. 2nd and 8. Run that gets 1 yard. That's not good. So now we're looking at 3rd and 7
7.
yards. That's not good, Daniel. That
No,
is
it's not.
not
But
good.
it's still early. I mean, we only got like
Oof.
just now.
Ran
Just
into
now
his
hit.
own guy.
Yeah.
And we also need to recognize, if you're watching the game live, we're about, I would guess, 5-8 seconds behind you at least.
Yes.
So
About.
we're not. This isn't. We're not ESPN. Okay, one more play, 3rd down, and he threw it away. So 3 and out. Exactly what TCU could not do. So I'm telling you, at the end of the first quarter, that I'm dead serious about that. I'm dead serious about that. 21 points. I think 21 points in modern college football, you can get over. You don't think so? You think that's too much?
That's 14 you can pull it off. 21 is that's getting really tough.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean,
the shift punt.
Yeah.
Let's just see this get off. No, they get the ball off. Okay. Punt in the air. Kicked out of bounds. All right.
Yep.
So TCU's got to stand up. Their defense, that was porous. If that's the best
Yeah,
TCU can do,
that was ugly.
They're going to win 3 games this year. That was absolutely horrible. Horrible defense. And then there's that question: can Belichick transition from professional football to college? Colleges, they're different, right?
Yeah. I mean, you got to think of it this way, that the talent level is different. The play calling, you got to dumb down the play calling too, because you're not dealing with somebody that is used to a 100-page book. Most of those books are, I don't know, a couple of pages.
Yeah, no,
at
you're
that.
exactly right. You're exactly right. Yep.
Uh,
Sorry, go ahead.
If it was, I mean, now that they use headsets, so at least you've got that instead of a bunch of guys on the sideline waving hands,
boxes, and dancing and gyrations. Yeah, I that. What was that? About 15 years we had that. I hated when
and then you had people holding up the signs.
I know, and that's what I'm saying. I hate all of it. The Chip Kelly, Oregon. I hate all of that. I want to recognize Bill by clapping, by the way. As Sounders, Bill, you know that. But we appreciate you here. It's great to see you. Thank you so much for your loyalty, and I really appreciate it. Yeah, we will keep her going. If you do want to help us keep the channel going, just hit the $ next to the comment section on YouTube. You can become a new member. Get into what we're doing around here. It's not just these fun off the cuff. We have the G6 preview tomorrow. Moen's talking about doing something potentially on Wednesday night. I no promises.
Yeah.
And then Thursday night, if everything works well, I'm going to have a show that I've been wanting to get for a long time. Do you want to kind of tell people a little bit who I'm going to be talking to?
It's Chris Lambert. He is, I can't remember his Twitter handle. It used to be Due to West Virginia. Okay. It's Inside the Big 12.
Right. Right. Yeah, on Twitter. Inside the Big 12.
On Twitter.
Yep.
He God, I've known him for about 20 years. He was on the old Blue Gold News message board. He would have a lot of information.
Yeah, no, Chris has been
Chris is not happy with the way that we did evaluations for how teams should be evaluated. And
I love that.
It's going to be a great discussion because he's got his math and Ute has his. So
yes,
I mean, it really doesn't matter. I mean, having our math is great. Having his math is great. It's what the Big 12 presidents and commissioner office think that what they want.
Well, it is a death struggle right now between
Mm-hmm.
the ACC and the Big 12. There's no other
Yes.
way to put it. And right now, today, in instant reaction, the ACC's up.
Yeah.
So, Big 12's got some stuff to do. That's all I'm saying.
Yes.
They need to show up and show out, and I'm only one school in that. You're only one
Yeah.
school. It has to be everybody or else. But
And that's the problem with perception is whenever you have these non-conference games, not to pick on Colorado, I had Colorado, Georgia Tech. You had
that game was closer than people think.
yes. Yes.
Yeah, Colorado had some opportunities in there, just like Texas did.
Yes.
So, okay. UNC is stepping up again. Drive number 2, 8 minutes, 54 seconds in the first quarter. And let's see if TCU can stiffen up. Let's see if TCU has come to play. Because right now, UNC is just punching them in the face. Let's go here.
Yeah.
1st and 10. Okay, there's one. One play. You have to put 3 plays together. Sacked him in the backfield and think loss of 1.
Yeah, about.
Or maybe just 0, but he didn't get any yards.
Yeah.
TCU is going to have to adapt and overcome. They're going to have to take these challenges, see what UNC's doing, and adapt and work towards it. At the same time, North Carolina has looked fantastic here early. If you're just joining us live stream on Twitter or whatever else, that first series that UNC did was really good. So here's 2nd down, quarterback back, and they got him.
Yep.
Oh, they let go of him. What happened there? They got him in the grasp. So they counted that as a sack. And that was a loss of probably, let's see, it's going to be 3rd down and come on, give me a yardage. He lost maybe 7 yards there. Let's see.
23. 3rd and 23.
3rd and 23. Wow, really?
Yeah.
13 yards because he kept going backward.
Yep.
Yeah, I was like, why did he let go of him? That was weird. They had him in the background, in the grass. They wanted to stop and protect the quarterback. Here we go. 3rd down. Let's go, TCU. Got to get off the field. Just 3rd and 23, really? Draw play, nothing. Punt the ball. So TCU did exactly what they needed to do.
Let's see, what is that? 4th and 21.
Okay, and there's just over 7 minutes. Now TCU needs to get the ball on the punt and, again, slow down. You don't have to be in a rush to score any points, right? They got 2 halves. 2 halves to score points. So here's the punt. Obviously watch for the punt fake, and then secure the kick return. Punt is away, okay. Fair catch or out of bounds, one or the other. Out of bounds at the 37-yard line of TCU. So they're going to have great starting position. They're going to take an ESPN commercial break. In the meantime, let's get to some more comments here. And you can flag comments, right, Daniel?
Yes.
Okay, I'm not saying.
I can't. No, I can't.
You don't have mod.
No, I don't have mod.
Moen, you should. You've had it in the past.
Yeah, I did.
Moen, what's going on? So we have technical things. If I don't get to your comment, it's not because I don't love you. It's because I'm trying to do this, and if this is like mission control here. If you've never done anything like this before, it's a lot harder than people make it look like on YouTube. That's all I'm going to tell you. Nate Davis, welcome to the channel. Make sure you subscribe and follow us on Twitter and all that fun stuff. And everybody consider donating to the channel, becoming a new member, as we talked about with Bill G being back. And then we take all super chats. We love those super chats. Helps us keep the lights on. Believe me, we're not getting rich around here. We're just trying to pay for the applications we use, and some other things. So Daniel's donating his time. Daniel is here, and we've got a great team here, don't we?
Yep. I can't see the little thing on there. But that UCLA
Utah game, yeah.
Nico, man, he could have stayed at Tennessee.
Overrated.
He could have stayed at Tennessee. That team could have. I wouldn't say win a national championship, but you're going from a Tennessee team that has 100,000 fans showing up to a game. Now, I want to say that the Rose Bowl this weekend it was like 35,000 change.
Yeah, and 3/4 of those were Utah fans. So
yes,
it's UCLA is an embarrassment for the access to resources that they have.
Yeah.
For the premier status that school is at. Since Troy Aikman, UCLA has done nothing. Kind of like the Dallas Cowboys. Dallas Cowboys has done nothing since, what is it, 95? So, you know, you cannot tread. There's only so long your legacy can go. Now, in pro football, it's a lot different than it is in college football. But UCLA, what are you doing? You have hundreds of millions of dollars coming into your program every year. I guarantee you your NIL is going to be as big as anybody's if you want to use it. They cannot put anything together. Everybody thought I was teasing when I said before that game that UCLA was just a mess. No, Big Ten, this, that. No.
UCLA.
They were never in that game on
UCLA's biggest problem is that they let a lot of talent go out of state. Like, you could sit there and look at rosters. I mean, heck, I bet you if I look at BYU's roster, I bet you they've got a ton of guys from Southern California that UCLA just didn't even call.
Oh, yeah. I mean, well, BYU, I'm not sure how many from California, but yeah, I get your point. It's absolutely true. There's no doubt about it. We are back. Looks like TCU's getting ready to take their second drive. They're focusing on one guy in the stands for some reason. Here's Josh Hoover, quarterback for TCU in the backfield. Trips right. And another side to side, Daniel. I'm telling you right now, people lose championships on side to side plays.
Well, I mean, a lot of.
No, you can never convince me that a side to side play is ever a good idea.
And they lost the yard with that.
I know, it's brutal. There's no reason to do. Bubble screens are the absolute worst play call. Them and flanker sweeps are the two worst play calls that have gotten into college football. Oh, get him! So now it's 3rd and 10. Flag, pass interference. Let's go. So they're going to get bailed out by a pass interference call, TCU, unless they pick it up.
They're not going to pick that up.
Is this a Big 12 officiating crew? Do you know?
I don't know. I don't know who it is. It might be ACC because it is an ACC stadium.
Yeah, but normally when they do these cross-sectional games, they try to offset one with the other. I don't know, but they're gonna. It looks to me like they're trying to. Oh, it is. It is the Big 12.
Yeah,
it is, because this guy, Utah loves this head referee. I believe me. Oh wait, was it offensive? I apologize. Did they call offensive pass interference? Nope. Okay. Nope. So it was 15 yards down the field. I don't quite understand that play. I apologize. I'm trying to watch this. I don't understand what just happened. Why is it 1st down, and why is that guy happy? I think what happened is this is why I'm confused, is the Big 12 guy goes and he points at TCU.
Yeah.
That's why everybody's going, what are you doing? Here, another side-to-side play. You were going to lose games.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm going to do a whole show one day on side-to-side plays.
Nate Davis. They picked up 4 yards on it.
But he ran 70 yards to get 4 yards, Daniel.
True.
Nate Davis is in here. 2nd down. Looks like For some reason, TCU's maybe running fake hurry up or at least ready football. Handoff in the backfield. And now it's 3rd and 1. So let's
Yep.
see. 3rd and 1 yard in North Carolina territory. I'm not sure what yard line they're on, but they are across the 50 because of the penalty. Looks like he's down to, is that the 31? It's 3rd and 1. Let's go. Side. Oh my gosh, Daniel.
Yep.
He didn't get it.
They got it.
I'm telling you. Did he get it?
Yeah.
Who invents these plays? That is so stupid. I will never. Nate Davis, first time being in the chat, but I've been watching you guys for a while. I love comments like this. Thank you, Nate. And I know you guys are watching the game, but Utah put a whooping on UCLA. What do you think, Moen? And I know you commented on it, Daniel. I don't want to spend a lot of time. I did this on Twitter too. I'm trying to just BYU fans, you're not as good as you think you are. Utah fans, you're not as good as you think you are. You're never as good as you think you are. Good run there. A hard 6 yards by TCU. Yep. And it's 2nd down. As good as you think you are, you're much lower, especially after week 1 and your competition. Just because UCLA's in the Big Ten, Rutgers and Maryland are in the Big Ten too, that does not make you a power football team, no matter what Moen says and what conference you're in. So I completely respect what Utah's doing, but they are running 3. Oh, touchdown. Let's go.
Yeah.
Let's go. All right, 7-7. I told you, Daniel, all they did do is take that initial energy out of the game. Let's go. TCU, it's time. Let's go. I believe, brother. I believe. Okay. Moen, that's not true. Jordan, right before the game, as I was tuning up, they did throw a camera on him and linebacker.
No,
linebacker, the Giants is where he was sitting, in the same box with the linebacker from the Giants, Lawrence Taylor.
They're not talking about Michael Jordan or talking about Jordan Hudson.
I don't know.
Belichick's girlfriend.
I hope they don't do that, Moen. Tricking me there with your content. Moen says, see Travion Henderson against Texas last year, Nate. Screen for an 80-yard touchdown. That's 1 out of 1,000 plays, Moen. 1 out of 1,000.
You can if you can do it right, you can get a lot of yards with those bubble screens, but you have to. There's a lot of stuff that you have to do to get those yards.
Yeah, we'll just have to agree to disagree on flanker screens and anything side to side.
Yeah.
The fly sweeps, I hate those. Anyway, for everyone that hits, 20 do not. Stormy Cyclone, great to have you here, Stormy. Stormy's one of our OG, and we have so many members in the comments, but a lot of OG members here. Stormy, it's great to see you. You are talking about the female Jordan.
Yeah.
Thank you. Daniel corrected me. I didn't understand. When I hear North Carolina Jordan, I don't think nonsense. I only think of 1 Jordan. I only think of 1. There's, in my opinion, in the entire world, there's only 1 Jordan. So, all right, here we go. For some, I don't have audio, so I'm not seeing who they're talking to and everything else. Bill Belichick's going, is it too late to go back to New England? We'll find out. They're getting ready to kick the ball off. We'll have to see what UNC does. If you're new around here and you don't understand the ACC derogatory comments, welcome to the channel first. And this is a Big 12 show tonight.
Yep.
And we're going to talk with everybody from every conference. I don't screen who you are, or as long as you don't say anything really bad, I'll talk to you and whatnot. But I am not going to hide my cheering, and neither is Daniel.
No, we're biased.
So Moen now says UNC needs to score here and win the first quarter. Moen, I'm telling you, the parlay. First quarter. Let's go. Oh, is that that's one of his parlays?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. What all, Moen? What all did you parlay? I gotta see what you did. I think
we're gonna get struck talking about gambling on the channel. We can't.
No,
do this.
there's a ton of gambling.
Okay,
YouTube
North
channels out there.
Carolina on the 25-yard line. First play of their third drive, and handoff in the backfield. Nope. So what we saw, I think, in that first drive was shock and awe. North Carolina came out and ran probably some line stunts on the offensive line that caught TCU off guard. But when I was looking at the preview for the show, and I was, spending a few minutes getting ready for this thing, TCU was favored, I think, 58-42. So the numbers were still on TCU side, even though they were on the road. Per ESPN analytics, how much strength you want to put into that, that's up to you. Second down. Nope. I love this. I hope this is like this all night long. Bill Belichick, this ain't no New England. All right. Third down, and they've lost yards twice, I think. So is it 12? Third and 12? Maybe he got one. I don't know. I think it's like third and 13 if I can't see I don't have the line thing up. So third and 10. Okay.
Third and 10. Okay.
So they got back to the line of scrimmage. Original line of scrimmage. Third down, 10 yards, TCU. Playing very tight. Looks like cover 2. Get him!
Nope.
He just threw that away.
Yep.
He's lucky he didn't pick that off.
Yep.
No flag, Daniel? 4th and 10. Let's go, TCU. No. Let's go, TCU. For anybody that cares, Moen says North Carolina, first quarter, fourth quarter, under, alt under, and first TD. Moen, I'm sorry. I think they are going to break your whatever that's called. I'm sorry, man. Stormy says, congratulations, Daniel. Didn't expect West Virginia to bring the heat. Yeah, West Virginia had a good game.
Well, if you watch that first half.
I didn't. I'm not going to lie. I did not.
West Virginia fumbled the ball 3 times. It was 10-3 at halftime.
Okay.
And then the second half, they just dropped 35 points. And it just.
Moen says defense. Okay, if you're watching the live stream, this catch that is an absolute insane catch last night in that Miami Notre Dame game.
Yeah.
But I will say this, and it was noted on Twitter, 20 years ago, that receiver would have had his head taken off stretching out like that.
Oh, yeah.
The safety would not have just waited for the ball to come down like it's a punt or intercepted. He would have taken his head off with a forearm shiver.
Oh,
it's new football. It's new day. We protect the players, which is all better. And you get amazing athletic plays like that particular one. But, yeah, in an alternative world, TCU, first down on their, is it 40? They're on 40 or is it 30? Anyways, got 1 yard on first and 10.
30
yard. Okay. We had Stormy Cyclone, $5 super chat. Thank you so much, Stormy. I appreciate you. Cy-Hawk Trophy stays in Ames, you think?
I hope so. Let's put it this way. I'm very high on Iowa State and Rocco Beck. I think that he.
Oh, there we go. First down. Moen. Brother. I warned everybody, man.
Yeah.
TCU is good. Let's go.
I have Iowa State winning the conference and going to the playoffs.
Now that's just silly.
No.
The initials are BYU. Rock and Rant in the house says, still doing my fantasy draft, but just here to say, go Canes. Yes, sir. Remember, for 19 months, Rock and Rant, they have a channel, him and Miami Flow, College Football Express, one of the best. Certainly, they're just getting started. Look them up on Twitter. Look them up on YouTube, CFB Express. And, they are Miami homers, but they cover all of college football. Super proud of what they're doing. And I think, Hoover, first time he's on the move. 3 yards. Let's go.
Yeah.
Great to have you here, Rocker Man. Thank you so much for being here. Appreciate your chat, your priority chat, and being a member of the College Football Mafia family. Really, really appreciate that. All right, so second down and 6. Sorry, check that. I lost it down. 3rd down and 6.
Yeah.
And they're at the TCU 44.
Yeah.
So we got to get to the 50.
Yep.
So let's see what we got to do here. Josh Hoover's checking at. Okay. So they picked up a line, blitz. North Carolina stays in their base. So blitz.
Got it.
Quick pass. And did he get it? Did he get it? One of the outside of these side-to-side plays in college sports, in college football that I absolutely hate, is you need 6 yards, you run 6 yards. When I was in Pee Wee football, it was you need 6 yards, you run 7 yards.
Yes.
And in college, almost nobody's able to get that. It's all so it's 4th down. They got a punt. Oh no, quarter. Sorry. Do you know if he got the first down?
Yeah.
He did. So it's going to be end of the first quarter, 7-7. TCU on the road. TCU on the road looked bad early. If you're just joining us now, but stepped up and won the second half of that first quarter. And now it is 7-7 going into the second quarter. And TCU's driving at the 50-yard line. It is now a quarter break, so we'll take a few more comments here. Keep everything coming. Stormy's got me, checking me. Obviously, that's awesome. Love you, Stormy. Bomber, there is no B or Y in ISU. Well, we'll get to settle it on the field. That's the fun thing. BYU goes to Ames. I'm not sure what the date is, but it starts a 4-game stretch that really will make or break BYU's season this year. I don't know the order, but it's ISU, it's Utah, it is Texas Tech, and it's TCU. I don't know. I can't remember the dates and all that stuff, but that 4-game stretch will determine whether BYU's a contender or a pretender, and that's okay. This year, they're starting a freshman quarterback. Did you watch any of the BYU game? If you didn't, I'm going to tell everybody who's watching right now, if you didn't watch any of BYU's game on Saturday, for one, I understand. It was Portland State. It wasn't even really supposed to be a game. It was a scrimmage. But Bear Bachmeier in the second quarter did not look like a true freshman.
Yeah. I didn't. I watched like a couple minutes of it. I saw more of the Portland State Tarleton State game the week before.
The week before,
than what I did the BYU.
It really wasn't. Yeah.
Tarleton State beat them 49-0.
Yes.
And then whenever I watched like a couple minutes, and I can't remember the score, it's like I want to say it was like 48-0 or something like that, and they were just boat racing.
Well,
I'm like,
BYU plays West Virginia in Provo.
Yep.
So you might want to start doing some research on Bear Bachmeier. If you don't know who he is, Bear, as in the animal, Bachmeier is his last name. He is not Mormon. He is a Catholic. A lot like Jim McMahon coming in, and he is just wanting to play football. His brother Tiger is also on the team. He is a third year, graduated from Stanford in 2.5 years.
Yeah.
I'm going to say that again. Tiger, his brother, graduated from Stanford in the entire world, one of the most difficult academic institutions in the entire world, 8 billion people, in 2.5 years, and said, you know what, I want to still be playing football. They both come to BYU at the same time, and Bear has every bit of that DNA and that intelligence.
I'm sorry, Stanford's got the lowest acceptance rate of any university in the world.
I didn't know that. What is it?
It's like 3.4% acceptance rate.
Man,
it is
that's
nuts.
I'm sorry, that's insane.
It's nuts.
3.5%.
Let me pull it up real quick. It was like hold on. It was
while you're doing that, Stormy, at halftime, Daniel and I are not going to have anything to talk about, so previewing. Got a bunch of people watching. We're almost an hour in already. We will be talking about the weekend games. I've got 20,
last
25 minutes, nothing to do. We will break down as many of the games that happened from this weekend that has gone from Thursday, now is ending on Monday night. We will go through that. So we will cover it. Just be patient. We got to get through this first half, and then we will do that rundown. Go ahead, Daniel. I'm sorry.
3.9% for last year. The year before that, it was 3.4.
Okay,
so they've loosened up a little bit.
Tiger, yeah, right.
Yeah.
That's funny. So not Tiger Woods, Tiger Bachmeier, 2.5 years, Stanford, BYU. Remember last name Bachmeier. TCU's now going first. Oh, look at that run, 8 yards. TCU's starting to warm up a little bit here, Daniel.
Oh, and Tiger Woods went to Stanford too, by the way.
That's what I was talking about. That's what I meant. I'm talking about Tiger Woods. That was the comparison. I'm sorry. I don't communicate well. I guess I didn't clear that.
Yeah.
When I'm talking Tiger, I meant the other Tiger. Anyway, it was supposed to be a fun inside joke. It didn't work so well. 3rd and 1, or was that a first down? I didn't see the mark. What are we looking at here? 1st and 10. TCU is now at the. Sorry, I'm watching the game just like everybody else. Let's see.
Yeah.
1st and 10. Is it the 35-yard line of North Carolina? 40-yard line. 40-yard line. Handoff up the middle. Look out! Oh, baby. Nobody. He is a load.
Yeah.
Travarian Barnes. Do you know? Have you ever heard of him, or is it
who?
Travarian?
No.
I don't know much about TCU. I'm the first one to admit it. Where's Devil Frog at when I need him?
Probably at home watching the game.
He probably is. He should be watching the game and listening to me. 1st down. He is a load.
Yep.
Whoever plays TCU is going to have to tackle him. Do you play TCU this year?
Hold on. I'm trying to remember off the top of my head. I want to say no.
He is. Look at his shoulders.
Yeah.
He has a little of the. I don't know. He likes to hit people in the face. It's obvious. Let's see here.
Yeah,
there we
WVU's got TCU October 25th.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You play him before or after BYU, I think. TCU Josh Hoover down to the 12-yard line. 1st down.
Yep.
Right now, North Carolina cannot find any defensive answers. Josh Hoover again. Who, by the way, Josh Hoover is a fantastic quarterback. So don't think,
oh, yeah.
I can't remember if TCU was favored, but I do not believe in North Carolina. At least
Carolina was a 3.5
holding?
Favorite.
Come on. That's got to be defensive holding.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, there we go. Defensive holding in the end zone. That will take the ball, I believe, to the 1 or the 2-yard line.
Yep.
If I have my rule right, or is that just the NFL?
I want to say
pass interference. I'm sorry, offensive pass interference. So we're going to go backwards. TCU pushed off. We obviously didn't know what the penalty was when we were watching it. Yep. Now seeing it in replay, that's a bad call. I don't care who you are. That's an extremely bad call, but whatever. Carolina was the dog, and that's what I thought. I thought TCU was favored.
No. Carolina's favorite was 3.5-point favorite.
Oh, so TCU was behind. Then TCU's getting 3.5 points.
Yeah.
I'll take them. 1st and 25. That may stop this drive. Those are drive killers. 15 yards going backwards. We are handoff up. Oh, no, check that. It was a fake handoff. Ball back down. Got back to the 15-yard line. So roughly got 8.
About half of it back.
Yeah, a little more than half, maybe 8 or 9 yards back. So thanks, Rock. Appreciate with the. Yeah, Rock. Yeah, he's got us cleared up here. Let's see. Stormy says, Moen, Greg the Cold, win percentage 80%. Greg the Gold, win percent 20%. If you don't know, that's inside joke. That's Greg Flugar, friend of the show. And yeah, I don't know if you want him to cheer for you or not. My G says this Hoover guy is impressing. He is.
He's
Go back
pretty
and
good.
watch him.
Yeah.
Watch him last year. He came on, and he played extremely well last year. 4,000 yards last year, just shy of 4,000
Oh,
yards.
Carolina was the dog. Rock corrected me.
Okay,
I
see,
thought,
that's what I
yeah,
thought. That's
I
what I
thought
thought.
TCU was the
No,
dog in this.
TCU was
Okay.
they like I said, 58%.
Yeah.
Yeah, but via the analytics. All right, third down now, 3rd and 7. Like I said, we'll have to
Mm,
see. Hoover on the move.
uh,
Oh, he caught it. Oh, he dropped. Damn it. All right,
yeah.
we're looking at a field goal. Good
Yeah.
defensive stand by North Carolina, but honestly, TCU stopped themselves. So penalties or drive killers. Let's get to a few more comments. Stephen Vitt just stopping by to say hello, guys. Hope you guys had a great Labor Day. Thank you, Stephen. It's great to see you. If you don't know Stephen, he's a regular around here. Really appreciate him. His Ohio Bobcats.
They got WVU this weekend.
Do they? Well,
Yep.
I'm always cheering for Ohio. He's going to be here tomorrow night. We're going to do
Mm-hmm.
our G6 preview. It's a week late because of me. We're going to do
Yeah.
that tomorrow night, 8 o'clock Eastern time, right here on this channel. And we will be previewing as best we can with Jason. Make sure I get Jason's last name. He's a UNLV guy.
Mm-hmm.
I've been on his show, friend of the show. What's the penalty, Daniel?
Hold on.
Illegal procedure offense. So that's just going to take him back for the field goal. Dylan will be here. Sorry. I just want to make, I like to recognize when people send me DMs. Really quick. Jason Kelly. Jason Kelly is going to be joining the show tomorrow night. And it will be a lot of fun. G6. I mean, there's a lot of movement there. Boise State loses. All right. Field goal attempt. TCU. I don't know a distance or anything. And he makes it. Okay. So it's now 10-7 with 11 minutes, just over 11 minutes to go in the second quarter. And I'm still impressed. I wish it was 14, but I think TCU's done a good job.
I mean, they're up 3. I mean, it could be worse. That
electricity
drive,
in the first quarter was
that
something.
That first drive, they just got boat raced.
Absolutely. That you're exactly right. There is no other way to put it. And we said it at the time. You're going to watch the video tomorrow and say, hey, look how you guys reacted. TCU just looked lost on defense. But now we see, the true light comes out. Now TCU's talent is starting to show out, and all the glitz and glamour of Belichick. It's going to general rule takes 3 years to to rebuild or get something going again. UNC's been good, but not great. They've been middling for so long. They want to be Big Ten. They want to be SEC. They want to be talked about in the P2 as the uber elite, and they're going to spend whatever it takes. And they have Jordan money. They're not the Jordan everybody else is thinking of. And
Michael Jordan.
That Jumpman 23 brand is going to put UNC with the money anywhere they want to go. But if you're expecting, and you're an ACC person, and you were expecting UNC to help carry that banner, I don't think it's going to be this year. I talked about it on our ACC preview show. I just don't. North Carolina is going to be good, but Belichick, I'm not even sure he's going to be there more than a couple years. I think he's going to get bored.
It's going to have the same thing that happened with Colorado. It's going to be the prime effect. Everybody's going to want to watch Carolina football just to see what Belichick's going to do.
Can I check on that? I actually don't. I don't think it's the same. I think they're going to start off with a lot of sizzle at the beginning of the season. By game 7, if they're 4-3 or 5 and not even 5-2 would be good. If they're 4-3 by game 8, by week 8, I think people will absolutely get bored with it. I just don't, because you're not in the title race at that point. You're playing games that you're only playing spoiler. No 3-loss team, at least right today, the way the playoff is, unless you have SEC behind you. No 3-loss team's probably going to make the playoff unless they happen to win their conference. And North Carolina is way behind. Not in money, but they're way behind Florida State in establishment, Clemson, and Miami. That trifecta right there carries the ACC. It's going to take a while before everybody goes Miami.
I mean, you got to think
Florida
of
State.
this. Colorado's first year with Prime, they went 4-8. So
I know that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
There's a turnover effect. It's
Yeah.
not going to be. The difference is Prime has continued to sustain that. I don't think North Carolina can. That's what I'm saying. And if it what's a successful season as we wait for the kickoff now after that last field goal by TCU? Tell me, are North Carolina wins basketball national championships, run back? That was a rough tackle. North Carolina is the brand in basketball. You tell me how do basketball people transition to football? It's been tough.
True. If they win 8 or 9 games this year, that'll probably be way overachieving.
I think 8 is overachieving, in my opinion. I think they are a 7-5 team in the current ACC. Virginia Tech's better. I think Florida State, Miami, Clemson, far and away in a different stratosphere. And then there's Georgia Tech that is just sitting there. Did he catch it? No, he didn't. First down, went for a shot, did not complete it like they did in the first quarter, frankly, on their first drive. That pass was caught. 7-5, I think, is what everybody should be expecting. I know
they went 6-7 last year.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Yeah. A team that goes 6-7 that is a basketball brand trying to become a football brand is different than a Florida State going 2-10, but they started at 9 in the country and had national championship aspirations from the year before. We are completely talking about two different universes, as Rock and Rant and Moen in the chat, I'm sure, would agree. I am telling you right now, North Carolina has no answers. TCU has come to play. So it's 3rd and 10, or maybe it's more than that. The quarterback draw and gets sacked. I mean, he's just.
Where are they on the 19?
So if you're a Big 12 fan, if TCU beats North Carolina, does that rescue the weekend? I think it does.
It helps. It really helps.
Sweep. Nope, run out of bounds. 4th down. Let's kick the ball. Let's go TCU. Let's go again. Come on. So you think so?
It'll help. I mean, Cincinnati played a pretty good game against Nebraska, but Nebraska won. Auburn just absolutely just went wild on Baylor.
I think Baylor's a little overrated.
Yeah.
And I've said that, and Baylor people have hit me back on Twitter and stuff. Sawyer Robertson's good. He's not as great as they say. Anyway.
That Georgia Tech game, I thought Colorado was going to come up with a way to win it.
They tried.
They lost by a touchdown.
Yeah. Where's Fergie, by the way? I gave everybody the link. He told me he was going to pop in here.
I don't know. Then you had Utah just house UCLA.
Yeah, but UCLA is bad football team.
Yeah. True.
Don't come at me, Big Ten people. I have facts in front of me. Don't come at me.
I mean, even the diehard Big Ten teams, like what Moen said, there has to be losers. So
that's a great quote. For every conference there have to be the winners, there also have to be. That's a great way to put it. I love that. Thanks for bringing that up. That's exactly right. I want to get to this comment from Stormy Cyclone. We got 150 people watching us on various platforms. If you're here and you see our Twitter handles, follow us on Twitter. Daniel and I. Subscribe on YouTube. You're watching right now. I can see most people are watching on YouTube tonight. We have screeners coming on X, but most comments are coming from YouTube. If you're here for the first time, hit the subscribe button and give us a thumbs up. Leave us a comment or question. We take those seriously around here. Moen reads everything religiously, and we will get through and try to do anything we can to make you happy and give you what you want. We're here to have fun, and that's what we do. And we do stupid stuff like this tonight because I had nervous energy from a weekend that I frankly don't want to really remember. So we will get we'll get through this tonight, but we've never done this before, so hate us, like us. I really don't care. Stormy Cyclone Bomber, that's me. Thoughts on Retzloff performance at Tulane this weekend? Very predictable. Very, very, I would have told, once he got the job, Tulane will win 9 or 10 games. One, because they don't have the most difficult schedule. And two, Retzloff, it's not about winning 9 or 10 games. It's about the games he will lose you. So if you're a Tulane fan, I'm cheering for Jake. Him being at BYU, 11-2 last year. How do you complain? I very grateful for what he did. But as I've said, the day he got the starting job 2.5 years ago, he is a middling quarterback. Look at his stats.
I mean, you got to think of it this way: Northwestern's not what you call the best team out of the.
What do you mean, Northwestern? What are you talking about? Northwestern and UCLA are going to be in. They're going to play for the Big Ten championship this year. So anyway,
but you get the idea. We're not talking. Of course. Yeah. We're not talking the best of the best.
Well, fair, but that's what I'm saying. That's what you're going to get out of Jake. You're going to get those 320-yard games where defenses just play base, and he's able to. But you make him think, and he can't fly. He can't throw a fade. Anywhere. He can't throw a fade. He has no ability to touch the ball. He can't throw a seam route to save his life, which is why the tight end disappeared last year. I don't even know if he had tight end. We lost a 4-star tight end to the transfer portal right after the season ended because he got like 4 targets or something. He had no ability to hit the tight end. Bear Bachmeier came in on Saturday night and hit seam after seam, 2 fades, different ball. TCU is up, and was he inbounds? He was inbounds. So driving again, there is 9 minutes, 30 seconds left. TCU gets a first down with a pass of about 13 yards. And I'm telling you, he's reading there, and he's like, okay, how do I get back to Boston? Let's see if I take a jumper plane right out of Chapel Hill and I go through West Virginia. Run. Oh, that was a horrible throw. He was wide open too.
The airport, the RDU airport's pretty good size airport that they have there. So
in North Carolina?
Yeah, they're in Raleigh.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I've only been to Norfolk. I've never been anywhere else. And that's in Virginia. So I've never been south of that. I've been to, except for Florida, but Florida doesn't really count as the South. Tongue in cheek.
Unless you're in the Panhandle.
Yeah, right. Well, and yeah. I got a question. Actually, I'm going to ask you a question about that in just a second. Okay. So 2nd and 10. TCU draw for 2 yards. Not a great play. 3rd down and 7 or something. And they're on their own 47. I don't know, 46. Doesn't really matter. They didn't really do much there. Josh Hoover, that honestly, he's only thrown a couple of bad balls. That one before that play was really, really bad. So 3rd down, we'll see. It's 3rd down and 9. Hoover drops back. Everybody drops into coverage. He scrambles and hits a wide. Oh, my goodness gracious. Catch on the sideline, TCU. Let's go. 1st down. Let's go. TCU, that was a what do you call that? A zag? I can't remember. It's not a post route or anything.
Yeah.
Or
slant.
The pylon. What was the corner one? Anyway, quick, hurry up. Hoover got the ball, 34-yard line, North Carolina. Another running play for a good 3-4 yards.
Yeah.
I'm telling you right now, North Carolina, they are Everybody's got a plan until he gets punched in the face.
Yep.
Ryan Willie, member for 19 months. I want to stand out. Ryan Willie's been one of our OG members representing the College Football Mafia family and Wisconsin Badgers, Big Ten. Great to have you here, Ryan. Really quick, I'll read it as soon as we run this. 2nd and 7, TCU draw again. Not a fan of double draws, but that's so it'll be 3rd and 3. Yeah, 3rd and 3 here in just a second. Ryan says, do you think that Wisconsin has a puncher's chance versus Bama? I went to the country band Alabama Saturday. Awesome. Who doesn't love Alabama?
Yes, because I saw the FSU game and Bama looked not great, but
and they're on the 20. They're farther than I thought. TCU is 3rd and 2 on the 20 whatever, and there's a first down, and North Carolina cannot stop a simple dive. So, yeah, Carolina fans, you do you. I think I was totally wrong, and I'm changing my mind immediately. I put the brakes on. I did believe Kalen DeBoer. He did it wherever he was before Washington. He did it at Washington. He took somebody else's players, went and won his second year, won some big ball games. Here we go. Hoover again, mobile. Ooh, look at that, doing the Russell Wilson double spin out, throws the ball to the sideline, and gets 5 or 6 yards.
Yeah.
That was a good play. Hoover shows some mobility there. Yeah, that was a good play. That showed me. Oh, he's wide open. Look at that guy. Wow. I really, sorry, this is going fast. I will get to the Alabama thing just one second. Let's see. TCU again. They are just dive. 0, 1, 2 hole. I mean, they're just going straight up the field on Carolina. 3rd down and what, 2?
3?
4.
4. Okay.
All right, 3rd and 4. TCU has a chance to really blow this game open. If they keep missing these opportunities, they're not going to get. It's not like North Carolina's just going to sit back and do nothing. Certainly, as we get into the second half, they're going to make adjustments. They need to score a touchdown right here. So, 3rd down and a hard 4 yard, long 4 yards. Let's see. Another flanker screen and picked off. So, here we go. TCU giving the ball away. That was a horrible. That was the 3rd horrible throw by Josh Hoover.
Yep.
And I'll be perfectly honest. I thought he had matured since last season a lot more in off-season workouts. That was a horrible throw. And he missed that seam route early. He missed that 3-yard in. I mean, that's a horrible pick.
Yeah.
What a catch. How athletic was that? That was a horrible throw. All right, Carolina's got a chance to get back in this game. Let's go. I just want to watch football. What do you think about Bama? Like I said, I'm unwinding. I think Kalen DeBoer could be gone by week 6 or 7 if he loses 2 games before October 15th.
The buyout $70 million, by the way.
Not impossible.
Yeah.
It's Alabama. They don't have oil money.
Yeah.
They're not Texas A&M, but
Alabama is scared of WVU. That's why they canceled that game. Bar none. I will guarantee that. Alabama is just absolutely scared of playing at Mountaineer Field next year.
But they canceled that game, right?
They
canceled the home and home?
Bama canceled it because they picked up where they have the 9 games now for
the SEC.
The SEC. And what was the other game they had? FSU on their schedule. And they think they can beat FSU. They know they can't beat WVU. They're scared.
Okay. There we go. If you're a Bama fan, you've heard it first.
I'm going to hear something from Jackson on that.
Absolutely, you will. Yes,
No,
Jackson Johnson, friend of the show,
yeah,
contributor,
I joked about that.
somebody that has his own channel on Voice of College Football.
Yeah, I joked about that earlier with Jackson. He knew that I was joking. So,
courtesy of our team member Becky Go Huskies on Twitter. I'm reading a report here in our team chat on Twitter. Pete Thamel reports sources there's ACC scheduling debate that's unfolding. Does the ACC pivot to 9 league games? The answer is obviously yes. I don't even know why it's a
they're
report,
going to
but
have
whatever.
to.
And an additional mandated game against a power conference school. So that would put them at 10 A4 games. Or does the league stick with 8 league games to mandate 2 games out of conference games against power schools? I would be shocked if they don't go to 9 games. Absolutely. I would be stunned.
Yeah. They're going to have to. Everybody else did.
Yeah, I don't know that there's, I don't know, the rest of the world. ESPN owns the ACC, all right? So
yeah,
they're going to go wherever the ESPN wants them to go. And right now, if the SEC can do it, certainly the ACC can handle that. Now, if you're ACC and you're in the chat, Rock and Rant, love for you to join the show and we could talk about this particular report. This has just come from Pete Thamel in the last few minutes, or at least in the last little while. What do you think about that? 8 versus 10. I think if I know Rock, well, here we go. So Rock and Rant's counting teams. The ACC has an extra team with Notre Dame.
Yeah.
It's not that clean. 17 teams means you either count Notre Dame for one team or one team needs to play 10 conference foes. Only count one. So I would just say if you have 17 teams, you could rotate that extra game through 17 years before you do that extra game again. So I think that's a silly excuse if they don't do it. But Rock, if you want to join the show, we can talk about it. I'd love to dive into that. North Carolina has gone 2 plays for 7 yards. TCU is going to try to stop and get this ball back, maybe score one more time. North Carolina honestly needs to slow down and just drive this down the field. Get a field goal, close out the quarter, give TCU no time to score any points. So it's 3rd and 4. And let's see what happens. Let's watch this live right now. Not Memorex. That's an old take, by the way.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Drops back. Oh, picked off, baby. Let's go.
Work.
All right, so they undo all the damage. TCU, pick 6. And just like that, North Carolina is now just swaying from left to right. And ESPN is going, how much money did we put into this production? They're probably paying $20 million just to produce this one game. I mean, it's ridiculous. That was another horrible throw. Yeah. There's a flag probably for celebration.
Yep.
Yeah.
I mean, you got to think of it this way. They spend a ton of money on Monday night for their Monday Night Football.
Yes. Unsportsmanlike conduct after the touchdown. So the touchdown counts on TCU. That will be affected on the kickoff.
Yeah.
They will be lining up here for the point after touchdown. And we will tell you, what's going to come from that. So, Rock, what I'm going to do is I'm going to bookmark this. And maybe you and I should do a video. We could do a video on both channels. We could do the United thing, and we could promote both. We'll have to talk about that offline. But this story, I think, is a lot more deep than just the report and people doing things. Everything you're saying.
Brett McMurphy last week had a thing on there saying that to do 9 conference games with 17 members, it was going to get difficult, but they said there's a lot of smart people that are working to try to figure that schedule out.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I didn't mean that. I'm muttering to myself. You're exactly right. I agree with you. Point after touchdown counts. And we're going to now the kickoff. And if you watch that pass, as bad as Hoover's pick was, this was much, much worse. because he's reading. He stared that guy down. I don't know. I don't know UNC's. I'll be honest. I don't know UNC's quarterback at all. I looked at the whole team when I did my picks for the season, but that's a rookie mistake, or maybe a junior mistake. I don't know where he is in that, but that was
Hold
a
on.
Jake Retzlaff pass.
Gio
I'm sorry,
Lopez
but
is
that's true.
yeah, he's a sophomore.
Yeah. Okay. So you know got to
Yeah.
have give him some grace.
And
Everybody makes mistakes.
2,500 yards last year. So
I'm putting a message out on Twitter. In my opinion, it has to be 9. I'm just going to keep it short. We'll get into it later, but let the details get in front of the story. I will.
I'm looking at all the
address.
surrender cobras that they're showing for UNC.
Not that anybody cares whether I address it at a later date or not, but I will.
Yeah.
I don't even think there's, in my opinion, that shouldn't be a story. I know what Rock's saying, and Rock just wants to play football. He doesn't want to get in front of it. He doesn't care either. Okay, TCU is now looking to close out North Carolina in the first half. They are looking to absolutely make this a blowout, 24-7, if they can stop them. North Carolina has the ball on their own 35 because I don't know why. There's a little less than 4 minutes left, and 2 men in motion at the same time. And can you do that? I thought that was anyway. Let's see. Handoff. And the handoff that was in the first drive went for 18 yards. Now goes for 3 at the most.
2nd and 8.
Not 2. Yeah, I said 3 at the most. Yeah, thanks. Yeah. I appreciate you correcting me there. That's
no.
Gold.
Yeah.
I really appreciate that. Let's see.
I think the stat counter that they have for ESPN is like where I'm watching it on TV. It seems like it's delayed on TV, but I can see it. See the stats come up quicker for some reason.
Okay, so there's a first down. North Carolina picks up the first down. Very important first down. They're out near midfield. The clock is running. They have to kill the quarter. They absolutely have to get points on this drive and just destroy the quarter. So ball control, slow down.
At least get something.
North Carolina absolutely needs to score here. So it's first down on their own 48. And they're trying to kill the quarter. North Carolina is. Here we go. Let's go. Handoff. Oh, another good hit, another good run. What is that? 4 yards, maybe. Yeah, that's a good run. And what is it? 4 yards in a cloud of dust. That's how you win national championships. And again, that's an old take. If you don't know that one, Google it. One more comment for Rock, and then we'll close that out. It's weird though, because for one school game would be a conference game, and another wouldn't be. So we will have to do that later. A quick preview. On top of us viewing at halftime, highlights of games. I'm not going to go do 70 game breakdowns, but we also try to take calls. I've got calls booted up. I've got audio set up. We're going to try it. Daniel and I have had hit and miss with this in the past. We will try. So if you're paying attention, at halftime, I will try to take calls. Okay? The minute it falls out, I'll turn it on and you guys can call, and then we'll talk about whatever you want to talk about. But if you don't call, we will end up talking about games that Daniel and I happen to care about from this last weekend. Ears Fan 21 says, 1 G5 game. So we're talking about now schedules. 12 game schedules for all of college football. He says 1 G5 is G6. 8 conference games. And that would help the Pac-12 if they did 8 conference games very much. Bail them out, essentially. 3 P4 out of conference. So this is pretty complex. This is a pretty complex math question. Now I'm
No,
not
that's
that
12
smart.
games. You're
No,
still,
I'm teasing. I'm just
yeah.
teasing. Games should be the schedule for all P4, in my opinion. That's a
Yeah.
great suggestion. What do you think of that?
Well, you're probably still going to have an FCS in there because a lot of FCS schools rely on that money to stay afloat. Those $1 million checks to go wherever and just get beat up, that's hard to do.
Yeah, I mean it's
It's
fair,
hard to
but at the
balance the
same time,
budget.
that's big time football.
Yeah.
In my opinion, it should be 10-2. I don't care who the two are. Basically, you're playing 10 games to get into the playoff to try to win a national championship. And
Yes.
it's pretty simple. Why are we making this? I'll tell you why everybody wants to make it complex, so that people that I'm not going to name, I've quit even giving them credit. They want it complex. They want
Yes.
you to be awash in details and instead of just playing football games. And I absolutely hate that, and I'm not going to support it. Um, and yeah, that's just my opinion. So I wanted to recognize this. Stormy Cyclone did do a members chat. I just want to make sure I got that.
Mm-hmm.
Member for 18 months. Thank you so much, Stormy. I really, really appreciate you. And Daniel, you already addressed this.
Oh,
Thoughts
yeah.
on Alabama canceling the West Virginia series? I think it was sort of whatever. You knew kind of something like that was coming, right?
That they had to buy a game out.
Yeah.
For in Alabama's schedule, and Alabama was just too scared to go to Morgantown.
So we are almost an hour and a half into something that we've never
Yep.
done before, Daniel and I. Quick resets, commercial break. We're going to see out the second quarter of
Mm-hmm.
this UNC and TCU game. At halftime, we will be taking your calls. We'll talk about what you want to talk about. If you don't want us to talk about the weekend's games, just call us. I am going to put brakes on you, though. A lot of you guys that are regular callers, and I appreciate you. I'm going to try to get new people in if possible. So if you call, kind of try to have a very clear and concise comment. Daniel and I'll maybe say something about it, and then we'll move on to the next one. This is not a night for us to do more of our long form type calls. Okay, we're back. North Carolina missed the handoff. Oh my goodness gracious, a broken play, and the quarterback
Wow.
got extremely lucky. They just about lost.
Wow. That was
That was a break. North
yeah.
Carolina just got bailed out. So it's 3rd and 3. Clock is running after the 2-minute break.
Yeah.
And this is really going to define what the second half looks like. 20 seconds on the play clock. This young sophomore quarterback has looked good at times, but has
Mm-hmm.
made some really bad mistakes. 3rd down and 3, and let's see where we go. I don't like leaving him alone. I know what they're doing. I don't like it at all. But we'll see. Their blitz is on. Ball again hits the ground on the hike. Big out route and an incomplete pass. No pass interference. Clock stops. I hate every single part of that play, Daniel.
So let's
Break it down.
You're not going to be able to
Everything about that play sucked. The clock stops.
Yeah.
It's 4th down. You have to punt. Well, I guess you could go for it, but you could end the game if you don't make it. And
you're in no man's land. You have
and
to
that
you
was
have to go for it.
That was a less than 50-50 ball.
Yeah.
I mean, that was a maybe 8% ball. Not even that high. Okay, punting. North Carolina punts. No! Drops the ball. Oh, he did get it off a squib kick.
Wow.
Kind of getting very, not kind of. They just, that's 3 plays in the row that the ball hit the ground.
Yep.
All in 3 plays in a row at the most important time, up to date in the ball game.
Yep.
And now TCU has the ball, 53 seconds, and that's 3 hikes in a row. And how did he get this off, Daniel? I mean,
I don't know.
What is going on there?
I don't know.
That
I
is some
thought
hand-eye leg
it was
coordination
done
right there.
Yeah. I thought it was done.
That Oh, I did too. In fact, I thought that might be picked up and run the other way.
Yeah.
That's how ugly that play was. And Bill Belichick again is saying, what time was that flight? New England. New England. Let's head back to the Patriots. Okay, 53 seconds, end of the second quarter. Let's see what TCU does. Do they sit on it? I don't think so, Daniel. They are
No.
going to try to go and score. So fly route, sorry, not a fly, edge route, dig out, whatever you want to call it anymore. I've lost all my vernacular. Clock does stop, gets out of
Yep.
bounds. It's second down. Not the greatest throw by Hoover, but he completes it.
Yeah.
And you got to give your receivers room to run. You can't. You got to get.
Well,
you
they're
got to
trying
give
to
them
just
space.
they're trying to save time.
Of course you are. Yeah. Hoover again, another route. And they've been coached up, this team, out of bounds. Clock stops, first down, gain of about maybe 12 yards or so. First and 10, 41 seconds now. Josh Hoover is starting to show. He's like, okay, I am that guy. I had these mistakes, but I'm mature enough. And you see he's taken over. Look at him.
Yep.
He's command and control in the background, completely different than the North Carolina quarterback who's sort of lost. Josh Hoover is trying to take over the end of this first half. Again, going back, draw play, doesn't catch him. So now TCU is going to have to call timeout.
Yep.
It'll be second down. And what do you think? Do they need 25 yards for a field goal attempt? What do you think?
Yeah.
20?
About, yeah.
So they have 2 timeouts. I should have reset that earlier. They haven't taken any up to this point. So
they probably have to get to the 30, their own 30. So you're looking at probably 30 yards that they have to get. So that would be a 47-yard field goal from the 30.
So this is Bomb3r playing offensive coordinator, which again I love. I'd rather do defense, frankly, but offense. If I was going to run, I'd run a post corner and try to get the safety to bite.
Yeah.
And beat him over the top. That I would run that right now. That's the play I would call. Even though it's second and 10, the quarter's essentially over. North Carolina, even if they get the ball back, unless it's right now on this yard line, not going to be able to do anything with it. I would take a chance. See if you can get the guy to bite it. Well, now we're built. I don't like that. Okay, first down. They're playing conservative, doing the numbers. First down. So I don't know what I'm talking about. Josh Hoover gets it out of bounds. The clock stops. I'm not watching anybody's comments, but I'm sure everybody's laughing at me. That's okay. Okay. Clock stops. 31 seconds. First down. At near midfield. They're right there. And it looks like from their calculations, they need about 17 yards.
About.
Roughly. To get into a reasonable field goal. See, they're playing prevent defense too. Right up the middle. There we go. In field goal range. He's down. Clock is going to stop for the first down. They'll call no timeout. Actually, I don't understand that. You have 2. What are you going to do with them at halftime? I don't agree with this. They're running hurry up. Ball is spotted. 22, 21. This is a stupid play, in my opinion. They're losing time, critical time. They could use to get a touchdown. They lost 13 seconds there for nothing. What are they going to do with those timeouts, Daniel? Can you sell them on eBay?
No.
I'm being dead serious. What do you do with a timeout at halftime? It's completely.
Well, you're going to need to save one for the field goal.
They have 2.
Yeah, I know.
13 seconds. They lost 12 seconds on a play that should have cost them about 4 at the most.
Mm-hmm.
Bad clock management. Hoover's going to need to. I would say that's a coaching thing, actually. Right down the middle. North Carolina has no answers on defense.
Yep.
Soft as pudding. 9 seconds. They do call timeout now.
Yep.
And Bill Belichick saying, okay, will they take my luggage? Should I just do a carry-on? Going back to New England and the Patriots. I don't know. This whole thing.
They're going to probably do one more, like, shot
Well, they
at the
have to
end
now,
zone.
right?
Yeah, they're going to
Those
take a
extra
shot at
8 seconds is
they're going
2
to take
more plays.
they're going to take a quick shot at the end zone,
That's
and
right.
then they're
That's
going
right.
to
That's
just
it. But it
call
could have been
timeout.
different.
Yeah.
It could have been different. It could have been another 10-yard out. It could have
Yes.
been another straight up the middle call timeout.
Yeah.
And they screwed it up. The whole thing off of trying to save one timeout that they're essentially going to waste on a field goal attempt.
Yeah.
It's brutal. Brutal coaching. That's a mistake I would put on their coaching staff. That's just you got to do better there. All right, Hoover, 10 seconds. They put 1 second back on the clock. They're on the 16-yard line of North Carolina. TCU trying to put the knife in the heart. Probably had a chance for 2 plays here. So, and almost intercepted. That was not, again, Josh Hoover, what are you doing? Throw that away. There's not that. There is no purpose to that. 6 seconds. Now you have to kick a field goal and a half. And it could have been at least one more play for a touchdown. Yeah. So we'll just have to go with there. We'll just have to go in at halftime. We're looking to see if they get this field goal, and then we will take your calls. I'll turn it on. I'll hit the button, and we will start doing this. I will do a reset. I lied. I need to do a Twitter reset, letting everybody know, and then I will turn on calls. Here we go. Yeah. Attempting the field goal. Hopefully he gets it. He does get it, unless there's a flag. All right, 20-7, Daniel. TCU on the road, under the lights, Chapel Hill, North Carolina. The whole world pulling for North Carolina. I guarantee you the whole world, except for Big 12 fans, cheering for North Carolina. Yeah. And they're just rookie mistakes by that coaching staff. Okay, you fill some air for me while let's round up the half for me while I get this tweet out.
Okay. UNC ran the first drive super efficiently. They went through and just absolutely made everybody on TCU's team look stupid.
Oh, wow,
and from that point on, UNC has done not a lot. And TCU has done, I wouldn't say everything correctly, but they're doing everything really good.
And look who's joined the show. Somebody was lurking in the background that's decided to come in. I don't know how long you were there, Fergie. I honestly have no idea.
Just a few minutes ago, I sent you a message that I had to
I appreciate you doing that, because honestly,
I
didn't get the ding and I didn't see you. I had no audio. I had no idea you were there.
No problem.
Okay, so really quick, again, I'm trying to triple the function here. What's your wrap up of that first half? What do you think, Big 12 CU Buffs partner?
TCU should put it on them. Belichick is one of the greatest schematic coaches. He can win games he shouldn't win. His greatness was players, and then his greatness was game plans, and then his greatness was adjustments. And it's going to be very hard in the college game with guys that are not as sophisticated. He always drafted smart players so that he could have them understand very complex tricks, kind of methods to be good. But it feels a lot like our game against Oregon in 2023 when we just got our asses kicked because a better team and a more well-coached team. I mean, TCU is one of the craziest teams in the football, in the playoff, in the championship game. Then nosedive, we helped them nosedive, and then they're back, in action. I would hope that they do put it on. I would love to see a national audience see TCU throttle them. And I think Belichick will have the same as a semi-prime effect. I don't think he has quite the fans. I don't know about you. I never liked Bill Belichick.
I said that at the top of the show.
Now he might have the same thing. So the prime effect is a perfect 50-50. 50% love him, 50% hate him. And that's a hate watch. And hate watches are good for fans as much as a love watch. So
yeah, I'm here more for the hate than the love. I gotta be honest.
As a Broncos fan against the Patriots, you have to hate the Patriots.
Okay, the same. Why did you have to do that?
Because I'm a.
Why did you have to do that to me?
Because I'm a Broncos fan.
No, I mean, as a Seahawks fan, how could you do that? Hurts.
You beat us. You're fine. You got your other Super Bowl.
I could care less about that one.
I'm a
right.
Steelers fan. He really hates me for that.
Oh my God, both of y'all. Just quit talking. We're not talking NFL tonight. I might get into that a little on
I just wanted
Friday
I do want to
night
give
this
you
week.
guys the live 1 minute feedback on the Georgia Tech Colorado game. What happened, what I saw live, and then what I saw on a rewatch.
Okay. We
My
can't do
blood
that now,
pressure-
Fergie.
Okay.
We'll do it after half, okay? I
Okay.
promise the world we're going to take calls.
Cool.
Two things. One, I'm going to ask you guys to go on mute just to start. I don't know I don't even know if this is going to work. I've never tried this before. But
Okay.
if you guys go on mute, and then unless I ask you a question, it'll probably be pretty shotgun fire. We'll run through as many as we can get. But if a point comes up or whatever and you want to say something, you know, Bob's your uncle. Go off mute. You can say something. But there is a possibility. I'm telling the world right now. The thing might go nuclear, right? StreamYard might shut down. The show might stop. If any of that happens, just everybody know I appreciate you and thanks for watching tonight. If that was to happen, I'm not going to rebuild the show. I'll just let everybody know. I'm not going to go through that hassle again. So, okay. I'm going to turn on calls. If you want to call in, right down to the bottom of there's a bar that says my phone number, 801-899-6203. Call in right now, and I will take your calls, and we will talk week 1 college football. We will talk not much else unless you have a question about that ACC report. And here we go. We got somebody right now, so let's
call from.
So who is this? I'm sorry, I couldn't hear.
Evil
Badger. What's going on? Good to see you.
Nate.
Yeah, go ahead.
With the way that North Carolina is playing right now, do you think Belichick is regretting taking the job?
Well, I think so, but I know they're paying him gaggles of money. He can do whatever he wants. He's just like Prime. He walks on campus. He can. So no, I don't think so. Time will tell, I guess. I don't know. What do you guys think?
I don't think he's regretting it. He's getting $10 million a year. I mean,
I personally think he just took it for the money because the NFL job there was no NFL jobs available for him.
Correct.
Well, I think he wants back in the NFL, though. He wants the record. So he wants to rebuild his image a little bit and get back. I don't think he's going to like college. I think that the portal, changing players, trying to teach people his style, I think he'll get frustrated in that. But he wants to be seen.
He might not be able to hear you.
He can't hear us.
So this is the technical issue that I was talking about, Evil Badger. They are talking to you, and I'm the only one that you can hear. So I'm sorry about that. Basically, they said probably he's not long for North Carolina. One way or the other, he'll be there for a bit. As I said at the top of the show, you may not have heard me. I think he's going to get bored. I just, you look at him on the sidelines, everybody thinks aloof. I'm not sure anything works.
Yeah, I just think he took the job because there wasn't an NFL job available. And I don't think there will be.
Right? Yeah.
For him at least.
Yeah, I'm going to let you go, Evil Badger. But thank you so much for calling. But yeah, I agree with you. Yep.
All right.
That's my says. Right. Hey, thanks for calling.
Thank you.
We'll see ya.
Bye.
All right, so that was the technical issue. Daniel, I think you would remember this. We had this issue when we did it before. They can hear me. They cannot hear you guys.
Yes.
So let's try this then. Since I can hear you and they can't, or at least the caller can't, if you just want to say it, obviously he's not probably going to get in the way, and I'll try to ask that question or whatever. I'm going to have to mute my cell phone. I apologize. Another call.
Call from
Dylan.
Dylan, thank you so much for calling. Appreciate you. How you doing tonight?
Hey, what's going on, gentlemen?
We're doing okay.
Yeah, I've been just following the show, following the game. It's been a pretty interesting one. Maybe a little lopsided after that first drive. I mean, if you look at the play by play, the drive sheet, UNC is pretty stalled after that first drive. So I'm
right.
interested to see what Belichick's going to do as far as second half adjustments. I mean, he is one of the all-time great schematic football gods, so it wouldn't put me past him to turn things around, but we'll see.
This is again. Everybody wants to say Belichick is the new Dion. This is the problem with a pro coach coming back to the NFL. Back to college. It very rarely works. Pete Carroll comes to mind immediately. I don't know, guys, correct me if there was anybody else. I can't think. There's a couple other coaches, but not a lot.
Harbaugh's the only one that's bounced.
Yeah.
There you go. And now Harbaugh. And the problem is, Dylan, and you and I are going to do more of this, right? Dylan wants to do a show, and we're going to do some stuff. But the idea that you can just pop in and be the god of college football, and that's going to be the thing that carries you forward just because you did it in the NFL. You have to recruit. You have to keep. At least act like your players are going to class. You have all these restrictions on when you can. None of that stuff exists in the NFL. It's black and white. It's on off. And I think, like I said, the word I use is bored.
Oh no, I completely agree. And it's really two different games. I mean, if I don't want to pull he had Tom Brady card. I'm just using it as an example. But
right.
You have an elite caliber player, at a certain position that you have for a multitude of years in contracts. That's not going to happen at the college. You can't have the same quarterback. Well, I mean, maybe some of these schools for 6 or 7 years with the eligibility rules now, but you know what I'm saying. You're not going to have the same quarterback for 12 years. You're not going to have the same roster for 6-7 years. It's constantly changing. So I think that aspect of college is going to throw a wrinkle in how Belichick does things, and it'll be interesting to see how he adapts to it.
That's very true. And I'm going to let you go, Dylan. Thank you for calling, and we're going to do more of this. I'll talk to you tomorrow night. This is the thing I think that is the biggest difference. At the NFL, you're the elite, and the entire league is the elite. In college football, you have 136 teams, really, but maybe only 40. But still, it's so much wider and so much deeper and so much more complex. They are not. It just does not translate. And
yeah, I agree.
North Carolina is going to milk this for everything they can. They're building for their next coach. That's what this is. They're paying up front.
Oh, absolutely. It's all a brand build.
Yep, that's right. All right. Thanks for calling. I appreciate it. It's great talking to you.
Yes, sir. Nate, we'll look to getting together.
Yeah, go ahead, Fergie. What do you got?
One thing is the stats. Now that you look at ESPN stats, TCU. That second quarter, they are thumping the statistics. I mean, they are way ahead on everything. Belichick better make some adjustments just to make it respectable. The only thing I would say about Belichick is I agree with you on the 3 years. When I coached high school and college soccer, it takes 3 years for any new coach to get the lay of the land, to get the trust of their players, to get their system in place. The best thing North Carolina can do is pay every dollar it takes to keep the players he wants and likes, get the players he wants and likes, and see what happens after 3 years. The intent is the brand build and is to get North Carolina in a better position, probably P2.
There you go. That's the vision. I completely agree with you. If you're watching right now, not sure what we're doing, Daniel went for a powder. I don't know what happened there. It doesn't matter. This is live YouTube. We're doing our best to cover the TCU University of North Carolina game, and halftime we are taking calls. So call right now, 801-899-6203, and I'll put you on the air, and I'll take you for a minute or two, and we'll talk about whatever you want to. Try to answer a question if you have any questions about this weekend. I was telling my wife, this is a very complex weekend for me and my family, but I was telling my wife, in my lifetime, this is probably the biggest weekend for two reasons in college football for me. One, our channel is number one. And then the second part of that is BYU and the wider college football has never been more important in the popular culture. We are at a peaking point, and it's going to continue to peak, but because of the politics and the religion and the legal and everything else in college football right now. You have more people watching college football this year than maybe ever. All right, we got another call here. I apologize. I need to mute this phone.
Call from
Town Hawk.
Town Hawk. Hang on a
to
second.
accept, press 1. To send a voicemail, press 2.
Sorry. To Town Hawk, can you hear me?
Yeah, Nate.
What's going on,
Can you hear
brother?
me? Hey, buddy. Well, I figured, we're winning, and I might have to make this kind of a ritual every week. Call me superstitious, but I got to tell you what. It's Mizzou week. It's hate week. I know, it's Labor Day, but all I can think about is what's going to happen on Saturday when we absolutely destroy those darn Missouri Tigers from the SEC.
What can I do to help that happen? Because I can tell you I would almost do anything to make that happen. The Big 12. Let me ask you a question. Mizzou, Kansas, big game, but this weekend does TCU, BYU, Kansas, Utah. Does this win? And I think TCU is going to win this game. I predicted it.
Absolutely.
Does this resurrect the narrative? By the way, the narrative that the Big 12 sucked came out of ESPN on Saturday night, and it was carried through on Twitter for the next 24 hours. You know how I know that? Because I didn't watch any games, and all I was watching was Twitter, and it was all coming from the talking heads at ESPN. Oh, the Big 12's underwhelming, and all that's BS in my opinion. All of it is garbage.
Oh,
go ahead.
Absolutely. Well, I saw a bunch of the graphics. The one they were concentrating the most on, I thought, was the Power 4 versus Power 4 out of conference records over the weekend.
Right.
And they kept, flashing down to the Big 12 being 1 and 3. Of course, they listed us at the bottom. But the only college talking show on the ESPN network that I caught that didn't really bag on the Big 12 at all was surprise, the ACC network. I caught a little bit of the huddle. Yeah.
Wow.
Well, I mean, they just don't do it as much as they do on the main channel. But what are you going to do?
Yeah,
everybody's got their talking orders.
Absolutely. And this weekend at the end of the week, we will be talking Kansas, Mizzou more. So, I'm pulling for you. Daniel's pulling for you. I know Fergie's pulling for you. If the Big 12, and this includes Utah, you bunch of, I'm not going to do that tonight. Everybody's in the same boat. No matter what you do, you are not getting a Big 10 call up. Go to the back of the bus. You had a big win on a horrible team in UCLA. In 3 weeks, people will adjust. Devin Dampier, I'm not saying he won't be successful, but I'm telling you, people make adjustments. And that Utah win was impressive, but it wasn't near stellar like everybody's talked about, in my opinion.
Well, I love how they go from, an afterthought to all of a sudden, oh, they're going to rush through everybody in the Big 12,
right.
And all of a sudden they're anointed. I mean, yes, they got a great coach, but they had an absolutely horrific year.
Yeah, well,
by their standards. So
yeah, sorry, I'm muting my.
Not a guarantee.
No, not at all. I'm going to let you go to Town Hawk, but yeah, we're cheering.
One thing.
Go ahead, real quick.
About tonight, did you see the look on Belichick's face right at the end of halftime?
Yeah, I said he's checking. Did you just get here? I've been saying every time they cut to him, he's looking to do the flight tracker so he knows when to get to the airport at Chapel Hill so he can fly back to Boston.
Oh, I bet you he's going to call and say, is it actually legal to score 20 points and a half? He looks like he got hit.
Boy, that's funny. That is, wow. Okay. That's probably a comment of the night. Thank you very much to Town Hawk. All right. We'll see you later.
Buddy. Have a good one.
All right. Peace out, brother. All right. Yeah, All right, comments, guys, real quick before you take any more calls. What do you think about the Kansas-Mizzou game?
Oh, want Kansas to win that. I don't think Drink's that good of a coach. But talking about ESPN, the only person that really hypes up the Big 12 on a regular basis is Pat McAfee.
Yep. All right, here we go. Another call. I knew this was going to be like this.
Call from
Stormy Cyclone.
Oh, Stormy Cyclone. Stormy Cyclone in the house. What's up? What's going on, man? I'll get to your super chat. I promise. I'm doing super chats after we do this call-in thing. Thank you so much for your loyalty first. We really appreciate it around here.
Well, first of all, I just want to congratulate you guys on your first watch party.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
And second of all, I want to congratulate your teams, BYU, West Virginia.
We did not
even
do well.
Moen and Rock and Rant. And, you got to put Colorado in there, even though they lost. I changed my whole narrative on Dion over a 2-year span here. So
right, yeah, I did the same thing. You and I both did that.
I only got one thing I want to talk about, and that's the ESPN FPI.
Is broke.
Yeah. Well,
and it should go away.
That's why I call it the fraudulent propaganda index.
Just like the recruiting one. The RPI is the exact same thing.
Well, you see Texas is number one yet, just after they lost. I can't believe what I wanted to say is if this was going to be used for the playoffs, how did Yormark, Batiti, the ACC guy, I can't think of his name right
because
now.
he doesn't matter.
Phillips.
That's why. Keep going.
Well, but I mean, why would they agree to this? I don't get it. If this is just, what does anybody know what goes into this?
It's a black box. It's all black box. It's been a black box forever and a day since they started the Bowl Championship Series. We had the BCS, which had numbers, and everybody, at least there was a calculation, but no, it's all. You've been around here. You know how we feel about it. The RPI and the FPI are completely broken.
Well, I know it's ESPN driven, and
it is.
I just can't see why these other commissioners agreed to this if this is going to be part of the format. I just don't understand it. But
they are all kissing Greg Sankey's ass is the only thing I can think of.
Yeah, not Batiti. He ain't going to kiss. No.
I don't know. Is that right? I don't know.
I just don't see that.
I'm teasing. Thanks for calling in. I appreciate it. Yeah, I think it's broken. I don't even know why.
Yeah.
Texas loses. Ohio State drops to 3. Penn State. It's silly. I don't even know why.
Yeah, it's just. I don't know what they expect people. People ain't that dumb. I don't get it at all.
Yes, people are that dumb. I'll close with that.
Well, we ain't up north here.
Anyway. All right. I'm gonna let you go. Thank you so much. Appreciate you.
All right. Bye.
See ya. Thoughts on RPI or whichever he was talking about.
Well, data's data. Any formula you create, the input data is what matters. So you can have the best systems in the world. You can try to shave off the top and the bottom of the numbers, but if you go by recruiting, which let's be honest, SEC and Big Ten are recruiting better, so they start with that advantage. Number 2, the perception of the schedule makes the schedule stronger. You have that advantage. So if the data is already cooked, then the formula is the formula. You could joke about the BCS and all the other jokes back in the day, but there were some good systems in place, and unfortunately, things were more normal back in the day. Everyone was treated equal.
Whatever equal was back in the day.
I've been having arguments with people about the OG Big 8, Big 12 was a hell of a.
Look out! No, I'm sorry. Right now, TCU on one play is going to go 75 yards for a touchdown, and this game is done and dusted. We'll keep going. We'll cover it to the end, but it is now 26, going to be 27-7, and frauds. I'm just telling you, this year is not going to be it for North Carolina.
Put the hammer down.
Before we do anything else, I promised you 1 minute. Go for it, Fergie. Tell everybody about Colorado.
All right, 1 minute. Number 1, people may not have realized we had a pretty good rain right before that game started. So Georgia Tech's center to quarterback exchange was probably affected a little bit. the idea that they gifted turnovers, you still have to get those turnovers. As soon as the second and third turnovers and we did nothing, everyone in the crowd we knew was going to be a loss. We were not the better team at the moment. I'm very optimistic, but that was a bad situation. Upon rewatch, we missed a ton of throws, a ton of catches. I will be honest, I do not like my OC as much as Bomber, you like your OC. Pat Shurmur throws those bubble screens. Pat Shurmur is conservative. Pat Shurmur wasn't good at the Broncos. He's never been a good OC. So very disappointed in the play calling. Our receivers never got the ball. That's our strength. Salter, I'm going to give him some credit. His receivers dropped, but he thought he was going to be a throwing quarterback instead of a running quarterback. There was room to run. There were passes that were open. Georgia Tech's offense I love that offense. I love to see it. I love to see conviction. They're going
to be fun to watch. We previewed that.
I will say though that there's no way he makes it through the season like that. We had him he was hurting badly with our defense, and he's going to play some big bad Clemsons and other people.
I appreciate it.
Long story short,
real quick, we got to go.
We have to coach better offensively. We have to adjust and maybe go heavier packages defensively. Prime on the 2 timeouts was pathetic, and I think he'll rewatch it and realize that the excuse was just an excuse. Let's go back and get better. I'm more optimistic. I left the stadium pissed, and I rewatched and I was optimistic. Give us a couple Delawares and Wyomings to fix our problems.
Right.
I will say final thing, Nate, and I'll let it go.
Okay, because we are doing other
I actually really, as much as this weekend was amazing, we all need preseason type games. We need to play an FCS type of a game. I need a Portland State so I can make my quarterback look good.
Yes.
Because these kids don't know what they're doing in game 1. No. They don't hit and they're not ready to go. So give me, and here's what I want. Give me an FCS in game 1. Give me a G6 at the spring game. And then give me P4 and let's rock.
Okay. I appreciate all that. I agree with everything you just said. I will say this though, as I recall our show with Rec Talk that previewed the Georgia Tech team, I think I heard you being a little up on Shurmur. I thought you were more positive.
Oh, no.
You were definitely more positive on Dion. You thought that he had improved from year to year to year.
Shurmur, I hope I'm not eating what is on tape.
I might have heard it wrong. That's what I recall.
What I liked here's what I did like. Shurmur with Shedeur was garbage because he was playing 10. Shurmur with Salter, thinking to his NFL roots when it comes to true play action, true run, and simple stuff like that. But Shurmur reverted to terrible stuff. So if I was optimistic, I was optimistic. But we're paying him $800,000 to throw bubbles and
I don't
forget. I don't know if you realize this. We ran it down their throat, scored a touchdown, and then we threw it 3 times on the second interception. It's the theory of being kind of helter-skelter, like I'm just going to go for it. And it's like you can't just be all one or all the other.
He has no idea what he's doing.
Georgia Tech ran the same plays, and I used to love that philosophy from way back in the day where it's like, you know what?
If Fergie, he has no idea what he's doing. Just say that and just move on. I think that's a frustrating thing. That's what I've had to do with my OC, right? I've had to accept it sucks. I guarantee you Aaron Roderick at BYU will cost BYU at least 2 games because he calls a fly sweep, he calls a bubble screen, and it gets picked off, or there's some tackle and there's a fumble and the game's over.
Yeah.
And I see the exact same crap out of Shurmur. He's like, he's calling plays to a pro quarterback, to a pro offensive line, to a pro running back, where the margins are this much. In college football, you and I and Daniel all know the margins in college football are massive. They are so much bigger.
And you can be so creative.
Levels.
You know what's crazy about those types of throws? You can cheat in college. You can block during those behind the line scrimmage passes.
That's right. They're different. That's right too.
And you can run more motion, and you can do more things like that. So the biggest thing I'm just going to look out for the next 3 weeks, since we play unique games, Portland State, Wyoming, is who will be our quarterback against BYU. Nate, that's still up in the air. Because
that game, I cannot tell you, cannot come quick enough.
Oh, we're excited. Don't worry.
I am so excited for them to travel to Boulder. If
well,
I had the money, I'd go and watch.
Way too many Georgia Tech fans were in the stands. They had about 8 or 9. That's too many.
Let's so really quick, and Daniel, I'm going to give you a few minutes after I get to these 2 super chats, but really quick, let me recap. TCU is putting it on UNC. This is a watch party, so we're probably going to start diverting quite a bit. I'm not going to give you a 2nd and 9, 3rd and 2. Just know TCU ran one play, got a touchdown to start the second half. It's 27-7. UNC came out and went 3 and out. So if you're a UNC or ACC fan, I doubt you're even watching us anymore, and I appreciate that. Peace out to you guys. You guys had a great week. North Carolina was not it, though. This was a made-for-TV event. This was something that ESPN put together to make millions and millions and millions of dollars. And UNC is a project. And if you are North Carolina State, you're salivating. If you are Virginia Tech, you cannot wait. I don't know who they play this year, but nobody's going to be afraid to play Carolina. So I don't know what they're 7-5, in my opinion, at this point would be a really good year. But who knows? Everybody makes adjustments, and maybe they go 8-4. I don't think, though. Okay, let me get to 2 things. Ryan Willie, member for OG Forever. I appreciate you, Ryan. $5 super chat. Nate, your Seahawks were saved by the refs in the Hail Mary game versus Green Bay. I think you've given me this same comment 3 times, Ryan. All I'm going to tell you, it's done, brother. We can't change it. But I don't know. I watched that game. I rewatched the game at the end of the game 100 times. I don't know what to make of that. Remember, replacement refs. The world was a different place. Justin R., good to have you here tomorrow, Justin. We are doing our G6 preview. You got to be here. I want to hear about your USF Bulls. We're going to take calls. I want you to crow and tell us why USF wins the AAC. What do you guys think about? Well, let me read his comment, and then I want to hear you guys your reaction to the USF game. I need you to acknowledge my super chat from the Maryland MD 2020. Oh, the drinking show. They were drunk, Justin. I'm sorry. I'll recognize it. What was it? I wasn't there. The show back on 7-Eleven during the G6 show tomorrow. I'll recognize it. If I knew what it was, I would absolutely do it. I'll just tell you right now. Sorry, they blew that, but they were all bloated that night. If you gave them super chat money, that's on you. That's kind of what I would say, because they don't remember what happened. Okay, Daniel, I let Fergie go a little bit there. I want your feedback on USF.
Well, they beat a pretty good Boise team Saturday. Let me
put it to them, actually.
Yeah. What was the final score on that? 34-7. I watched like a couple minutes of it. Boise State was like the pick for the G5 to go back in the playoffs again.
Rightfully so.
I don't see them doing it. I mean,
they're done.
Boise State looked as bad 2017, 2018. I can't remember the year.
How interesting, though. Look at when you have a money college player.
Oh my gosh! Here we go again. TCU's. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
You have a generational running back, and it establishes your team. When Arizona State gets into some adversity this year, it'll be interesting. So that's what I think happened to Boise. They traveled.
John T's gone.
Yeah.
ASU is going to struggle.
Sorry, Daniel. Go ahead.
No, I was going to say that. Ashton Genty, he's gone, so it's a whole different team than last year. And
they rode him to that playoff spot. There were games they didn't blow everybody out, right? And this whole good loss garbage, I don't want to ever hear that again.
No. The only time I hear good loss is whenever they're talking about SEC teams. Quality loss.
That's true. That was the first time I'd ever heard a good loss. Look,
quality loss.
Let's be honest. Let's say this out loud. Boise State was championed by ESPN and did everything they could to get them in, including loading them into the playoff spot that they gave them.
Yeah.
If they had played anybody else that was an adequate team BYU would have beat Boise State last year.
Yes.
That's my opinion. BYU's defense is elite, and they didn't have enough to go deep. There was Jaunty. At least Arizona State had receivers, right?
Correct. Yes.
So
do you guys know who USF plays though this year? Do you know their schedule?
I don't.
I just pulled
Why
it
don't you
up.
run through it.
They just beat Boise State.
Go ahead.
They are at Florida and
Yes.
at Miami the next 2 weeks. How crazy! Whose athletic director should be? That is crazy.
Those are money games. I mean, those are money games, though.
Well, you got to think of it this way. Also, their bus trips. You're in the state of Florida. I mean, I don't know how far Tampa to Gainesville is, or Tampa to Miami is about 200 miles. Yeah. So,
oh my gosh, North Carolina is being made the fool right now.
They're going to get a lot of money. Now, here's my point. You guys just use the term good loss. Okay.
Yeah.
I would argue for USF, maybe they beat Florida. Maybe they get close.
Yep.
Maybe they compete with these two teams. Those two games, and if they run the rest of the AAC, that is a good loss. Those are good losses.
Yeah.
If you use the stupid indexes.
Yeah. Sort of like with Boise, where their only loss was a 3-point loss to Oregon.
Yep.
Right. That's what we're talking about, Daniel. The good loss thing. That's what we're talking about. Okay. Really quick reset. 2nd and 10. TCU is driving. They are in Carolina territory. I don't know what it is. 38 or 42. I don't know the yard. 38. Run to the right. Sweep. And they cannot tackle. North Carolina, you're going to have a long year. That's all I can tell you. Now, let's talk about TCU for a minute. Let's get TCU. We've done, and I say we, it's me. I'm the one driving, and I take responsibility. And I am beating up on North Carolina because I think it's kind of a puppet show. But let's talk about TCU. So, in the Big 12, which is a wide open conference anyway, you had teams that looked really, really good, and you had teams that looked like they're going to be really, really good if they continue to stack things on things. TCU right now may be the top of the whole heap at the end of the week.
I think they could be. I've always liked TCU in terms of where they can get their talent, the money from the school, the fan support. He is a good coach. I wouldn't call him premier or elite, but he's a very good coach. Manageable schedule. He took them to the championship. I mean, those weren't his players.
They have to come to Provo. That's all I can say.
I think, though, their schedule, let's be honest right now, the Big 12, we talked about it for 2 years. This league is unbelievably balanced, unbelievably good. I still think UCF is a year or two off. I think West Virginia in a year is going to be fantastic. Houston has all the potential in the world. I've talked about when we were in the pack, we talked about Houston just from the standpoint of how could you not get it right?
Yeah.
Houston. You could recruit
UCLA, I would say, is the exact same situation.
Well, Houston and UCLA could recruit 105 players from their backyard.
Yes.
And be good.
Like they do in Florida, like Florida State does in Florida does and Miami does. That's why they win, is they keep their talent home.
Amen.
Right? UCLA can't do it. Houston can't do it. In the Big Ten, there's several. Michigan State can't seem to keep their own people up north. So, everything you guys have just said, I 100% agree with. Really quick reset. Pass right down the middle for another 25 yards. Looks like the tight end may be hurt.
Targeting. Maybe.
That was a pretty big hit he took there.
Hoover's got the whole field now. He is hitting the whole field.
So he has looked spotty, right? You joined us a little bit late. I'm not sure what you saw the first of the show, but in the first half, he had an elite throw, and then he missed a 3-yard screen. So it looks like he's coming into his own.
Almost every quarterback that we believe in or we've had good. These first game, having your first game, a big game, and everyone's first game is like a little bit sloppy. I mean, we can talk about Carson Beck and all these people. A lot of these games were 0-0, 3-0. They were slow starts. That's why you got to get a preseason type of a game. But Hoover did start slow, but he looks like he has got everything figured out right now.
Well, he's seeing the whole board, but I think and then I would immediately point to the Utah game. They're playing against a helpless puppy. I'm serious. Outside of that first drive, and everybody's going to rewatch this and they'll say, you don't know what you're talking about. You don't know football. Yeah. But if you watch the blocking schemes in that first drive, they were elite pro level. It took the defensive coordinator TCU a little bit of time to understand how they were doing their stunts, and they were getting everything out, double teams. But the whole field was wide open. It looked like it was the old run and shoot. Mm-hmm. But did a run and shoot team in the NFL ever win a Super Bowl? No. And there's a reason for that, right? So it's the same thing. Justin R., another $5 super chat. Appreciate you, buddy. It was a fun show. I told Ute that Boise State would come to Tampa and get spanked by us. That's awesome. So Ute said he would give out 20 subs if USF won.
He did.
I don't think Ute remembers anything from that night.
For one thing, we don't have access to 20 subs every month. I think we get 10. For another thing, I don't know how to do it. Moen, as far as I know, is the only one that knows how to do it. And for 3, buyer beware, you gave money to absolute drunk people. So
yeah, but you know what? You'll have to give 1 out per show for the next 20 shows. So that
well, we've all heard it now. We've heard Justin. We acknowledge that's what he says. I believe you, Justin. I believe you so much that I'm not even worried about going and watching it back. And I'm gonna get on Moen and on you. That's on them, and we will make that right.
You'll make it like Georgia. You'll make it like Georgia Tech drinking. It'll be like, here goes 1 sub for USF. All
right, let's do a quick reset. So we've been doing this 2 hours and 16 minutes. Never done this before. Mm-hmm. I was on like you guys with Rock the other night. It was a lot of fun. We're sitting here. This game's going faster because it's a blowout at this point. This tight end is in real trouble. He got hit in the head. That's not targeting, in my opinion. It was brow to brow, but he is out before he hits the ground. I'm not even sure he caught the ball. That's ugly.
That's the hardest thing about the targeting rule, though, is
I think he dropped the ball, actually.
True, but out. You can call targeting, but the targeting caused the ball to be technically dropped. So what would be the worst thing here is to not get the targeting, and therefore you lost the ball, which was
and the down and everything else. I agree with you 100%. Yeah, 1st and 10, they gave him a penalty. Or the catch, one or the other. Either way, he was rewarded. That tight end is going to have a headache. TCU ball game. Wow. Ball game, check it out. We are now at 33, soon to be 34-7. TCU is absolutely making Bill Belichick's college football
debut.
He's serious, and look at the fans.
I can't believe they would think, though, that you could craft in one spring and one fall.
It's TV manufactured. It's all fake. What are you talking about?
I know. I'll be honest. When we played TCU in Prime's first game, I was thinking we were going to get smoked, and we actually look like an operation. We actually look like a real football team. I don't think you guys realize truly how bad we were in 2022.
Okay, what are you talking about? Of course I do. I was sitting right next to you. I know exactly. What do you mean? I used to clown on Colorado all the time, and I was pissed because I remember the good Colorado teams. See, that's the difference is everybody else doesn't remember those. They don't talk about them. My problem is I do remember them, and Colorado, and this is the funny thing, and you know this, they chased the academics and the money in the Pac-12. Yeah. They ran away from Texas and Oklahoma. They ran away from Texas and Oklahoma, didn't want any part of that, and they wanted to be elite, go to their little club at the Pac-12, the wine and cheese,
AAU,
and all of that garbage, which is not college football.
Well, there's no doubt that we were in a really tough time when it came to leadership, and our boosters in California were barking about, hey,
oh my gosh,
you could come and join us, blah, blah, blah. But my point about that was that 1-11 season, we were getting destroyed like this every single game. Yeah. And we were losing students, and we were losing hope. And anything like that first game against TCU made me a believer just because we looked like a football team. That's and it was a joy to be somebody
hopeful
again.
You had hope, joy, because you were hopeful. You saw a future. Right now, did you just see that last picture of Belichick? Did you guys see that? It was a quick cut, maybe a 2-second cut, but he took his hat off. He's rubbing the top of his head. He is out of his depth, brother.
Almost like the
and this
old
college,
Cleveland days.
College DC is making his team look silly.
Yeah, the old days whenever he was in Cleveland. I think he only had like, one season that he had a winning season.
He made the playoffs one year.
Yeah,
and got blown out in their first game, and then Cleveland just turned into what Cleveland is. Let me get to this next super chat from Ryan Willie. Again, a valuable member of the College Football Mafia family. Appreciate you, Ryan. Another $5 super chat. I love seeing Frau Bomb eat his words about Manning and the SEC. I can't wait until Walter leaves the country after the big three Pete's. Yeah, boy. Oh, my gosh. Just throwing it up for grabs.
Oh.
And he dropped it. So,
yeah.
Okay. Yeah, what do you think about Feinbaum, the whole Manning thing? I think it's all blown out of proportion. One, you're putting expectations on a kid who's never started a game before. It's stupid. I don't care who he's playing for. Two, you're at Ohio State, so your expectations should have been extremely low. If you were going to win, it wasn't going to be by very many. There's no world where Ohio State gets blown out at home on the first game of the season after a national championship. There was no universe that was going to happen. Yeah. And three, it's the first game of the season, guys. Let's just back the truck up.
Yeah, my biggest takeaway from that, he did not look good. He did not look like the typical, what I thought he could look like as a Manning, and that was too bad. But we've had a bunch of people even source around. Peyton Manning lives in Denver, and we actually know a lot of people here that know the Manning family. He is going to stay there 2 years no matter what. He is going to play college football for 2 years and develop. And
he has to. He wouldn't get drafted today.
No, let's say though that he looks really good by the end of the year. He's still rated as the #1 draft pick, even though it's unlikely. But the point being that it's going to be a longer haul. I'm surprised at that game, but boy, Ohio State's defense was special. I mean, they really.
This quarterback is running for his life at North Carolina. He is just trying to survive.
Who exactly is he?
I don't know anything about him. Daniel did me a favor, looked him up, and he's a sophomore. So he's still young, right? This is not, look, this whole made-for-TV event is ridiculous in the first place. It's not the matchup you should be featuring, but you have to. Because of the prime effect, because of the Belichick effect, you have to cover this stuff. But you put these two teams on paper, and TCU's still better on the road on the first game of the season, let alone now they are hunting. They are absolutely hunting the North Carolina offense.
Oh, there we go. Literally, as you say it, they start showing Colorado TCU highlights to try to show the
contrast. The contrast.
Well, the contrast is we did have a quarterback. That's why I asked the question.
Right.
Shedeur was Shedeur and Travis was Travis, and so Bill's gonna have to get himself a QB.
To Town, I think this kid will be fine. He just needs time. To Town, he's athletic. That first drive showed he can do stuff. To Town Hawk says, "What is this? A scrimmage?" I love that. That's a fantastic line. And then we got a $10 super chat again from Justin R. Thank you, Justin. I really appreciate you. I'm not mad about it at all. I love y'all, and I thought it was funny. As for the game, I'll say this. Sometimes you're a dog, and sometimes you're the tree. UCF is going to learn, 1-11 this year. That's rough. I would just say this. If USF goes 10-2, wins the AAC, they're in the playoff. So they could lose those 2 games, learn from those games, and essentially be good losses, and still get into the playoff, and maybe – I'm not saying they're going to beat anybody, but they once you're in there, who knows what happens?
Agree.
Did Hoover just run for a touchdown? No, that was 40-7. What are we doing here, guys?
That was not pick 6.
Maybe.
Wait a second. Yeah.
Look at that picture right there. Look at those seats. Those aren't people.
I know.
Those are seats that you're seeing that are Carolina blue. 40-7.
Wow.
I knew it was going to be bad. I knew it was going to be, I didn't know it was going to be this bad. This is just, and now their quarterback's hurt. So it's game over. I don't know. Are we even to the fourth quarter yet? Should we keep doing this? Are you guys having fun?
Well, talk for a little bit. I'll probably let you guys go in about 10 minutes, because like you said, it's not much of a game. But here's an interesting. So, Army lost. Boise lost. USF looked dynamic. There's not a lot of other teams.
Tulane.
Well, that's what I was just going to say. Yeah. So what is Tulane's schedule? So a 10-2 USF with 2 good losses versus Tulane could Tulane not run through their league?
Yeah, so we talked about this earlier. So just to catch you up, somebody asked a question about Retzlaff. And I said, he is a 9-3, 10-2 guy, and he will get you to the game. And I don't want, and I'll be perfectly honest, don't know anything about the defense at Tulane. At BYU, at least, he could lean on a top 15 defense. So I don't know what Tulane can do in that regard, but just knowing how Jake plays, and I never finished this, Daniel, by the way.
Yeah.
The reason Jake's a middling quarterback isn't because Bomber's picking on him. And he left BYU and all this stuff has nothing to do with that. Before he even took a snap as a transfer in, he was the scat back, just sort of it was just Aaron Roderick again getting in his head. And I'm gonna finish this thought. Rock and Rant's joining us. Rock and Rant, let me finish this. So he cannot throw a fade, he can't throw a seam route. And he will lose you at least 2 games with his decisions. Has nothing to do with the rest of the team. So Tulane, I think, and I don't know their schedule. Do you have that in front of you, Daniel?
It's tough. I didn't realize so they're convincing Duke to come down to USF, but then they are at Ole Miss.
Not USF, Tulane.
Oh, that's Tulane. Pardon me. That is Tulane. Pardon me.
Yes.
Okay.
Pardon me. Tulane versus.
So read
Duke
that. So run through those really quick, and we'll just.
Go ahead. Yeah. At South Alabama.
Okay, nothing.
Duke
Next.
coming into town. Ole Miss. They have to go to Ole Miss. Then they got Tulsa, East Carolina.
I don't know about that. We'll know after week 3 because BYU plays them. Keep going.
Army, and that's an Army team that I thought was going to be really good.
No,
but
they're not there. What else?
Then they've got San Antonio, UT San Antonio, Memphis, Florida Atlantic, Temple, and UNC Charlotte.
No, Fergie, that's a that's 9-3, 10-2.
I can't wait to see your show with the G6 because now with things already shooken up, it's going to be interesting.
In that show, I appreciate you previewing that. That's tomorrow night, 8 p.m. Eastern, right here. We're going to do the G6 preview, and it's going to be a lot of fun and stuff. But I'm going to already tell everybody that this show was queued for last week. I pushed it off for my own reasons, and now we're finding out that I'm hearing you in the background. Somebody, I don't know who that was. And all our picks are already blown up, so it's going to be a lot of fun to see our picks as a group. But yeah, that'll be. I think hearing only those 2 schedules, USF and Tulane. I think that's where you're going to – the AAC championship's going to be one of those teams. And if I had to pick one of the 2, USF looks – I think they're much deeper in anything. Jake's going to win some games, but he's going to lose you at least 2, maybe 3.
But
he's a less than 65% completion percentage. He's a 1-to-1 touchdown to turnover ratio. He's just average. So let me bring in Rock. He's popped in here. What's going on, man?
I'm just stunned. I can't possibly believe that the Super Bowl king with a 70-person turnover wouldn't have everything great. And I'd like to especially shout out everyone who trolled me back for all of my parodies of Jordan. It's way premature, but I'm going to take at least a 1 week victory lap, and I will be running every ad and mock thing I did in Bill Belichick on a loop on my social media.
Did you happen to catch that? Did you happen to catch that last little thing of him rubbing his head, took his hat off, and did you catch that?
No, I didn't. I was watching paint dry because it's better than watching North Carolina try to play football.
Need to rewind that. It was about 5 minutes ago. Clip it out.
It was funny.
Put it on Twitter, and you'll get a
I will
billion
look. So
likes.
it's 6:04 in the third quarter. I need to rewind and see something that
was
good
and turnover.
in this game.
TCU just got the ball again.
Yep.
Wow.
And it's on the 17-yard line.
I literally had no idea that when they said that Jordan Hudson was going to be creating a TV show with Bill, that they were actually just going to do Last Chance U in Chapel Hill.
Oh my gosh, Rock. Oh my hell.
Remember, they trademarked Gold Digger.
So
yeah, they might want to dig through the field because they can't find any yards.
No.
So if you don't know him, he is Rock and Rant from College Football Express right here on YouTube and on Twitter. He and Miami Flow have a fantastic show. Real proud of them, and they're doing great stuff. And yeah, as far as that was a turn. What are we?
Just some bad things happening right now. Just a really bad game.
If this was, I mean, this is literally like punching puppies. I don't know. The UNC is helpless.
That's not a catch.
Well, here's the thing. Because I also think that TCU's quarterback was already underrated.
Hoover, yeah.
Yeah, I thought Hoover was like already underrated, right? So, but how do you really? I think there were a few games this week that you can't overtake anything in week one, but you can. There are difference makers, and then there's the people who could have a flash, and those kind of step out right away. Like selfishly, Malachi Tony, he's a guy, right, for the Miami.
Right.
Yeah, like he's just a guy. That's not a 1 week flash. But then there's the other things like you really don't know. You need to see another game, another two. But I can't tell whether, like with Josh and the TCU side in this, like are they really good, or is North Carolina really? It's a quintessential thing. North Carolina really bad. They're really good, or is it both? Right? Like it could be both. I don't even know how to judge it.
My opinion is it's the exact same as UCLA and Utah. It's the exact same conversation. I think they're probably 6-1. It's a little of both, right? UCLA super bad. Utah is coming, right? They had a quarterback nobody'd seen at the A4 level. So that's a different conversation here. This is a made-for-TV event, right? This was a matchup that on if it wasn't Belichick, this would have been played Saturday afternoon. Nobody would have watched it. So
that is true. It would have been, and because it's Belichick, I still think it doesn't necessarily damage the ACC's perception weekend. With Georgia Tech winning at Colorado. Sorry, Fergie. Miami and certainly Florida State, but even LSU, Clemson. That was still a good game, and I still think those two teams are. I think LSU is the best team I saw this weekend, personally.
Really? LSU,
yeah, I thought they were. I watched Ohio State, Texas, and I watched it back again, and I think those teams are going to be fine. I think they're both probably in the playoff, but it was not a good game.
No.
It's really like 2 plays away from being a different outcome, even as bad as Arch Manning was. It's one underthrown ball being intercepted and the other one being caught. Like that's that game in a nutshell. And good defensive games are fun. I didn't think that was a good defensive. It was a freaking snooze fest. I'm glad it was on in the morning. If I hadn't already been waking up to see Lee Corso, I would have fallen asleep.
Ohio State's going to bring numbers.
For sure.
You got Texas, arguably maybe the number one brand entire nation. I mean, we have things that are going to draw those numbers. But at the end of it, I don't think we learned. I agree with you. I think Daniel said this earlier. I haven't heard Fergie's comment on it, but we didn't learn anything really about either of those teams except for Ohio State's repeating as champion, is coming back and returns all the 5 stars in the world, and they always seem to need to grow into their offense.
Right.
That's what we learned from Ohio State. Texas, look, it's a long season. Texas,
for sure.
That's not a thing, in my opinion.
Like in 5 weeks, we might look back and go, man, those two defenses are badass, right? And therefore, and like they're in one of those games, right? To me, and I'm going to shut up because I'd love to hear what Fergie has to say if he hasn't weighed in on it.
Sure, yeah.
The only thing I got out of that game, though, is I do believe that Julian Sayin, while not being spectacular in any sense of the word, looked like a very much in command quarterback that was running he's driving a Ferrari, and he has unreal weapons, and he looked more composed. He's a 5-star, and he was just after Manning in terms of coming in, and he wanted to prove something. And I agree, in 5 weeks, Arch can get his feet under him and look great. Sayin can keep the ship straight. Ohio State is just so talented position by position. And I would say Ohio State's secondary is special.
I agree with that.
Like I believe that the idea that you're going to come back on them, you don't want to get down to Ohio State because they would come back. Rock, I do want to personally say thank you for beating Notre Dame. That is a great. You did us all an emotional favor.
I haven't even talked about that once tonight.
And I know people were mad at me for saying I didn't like Lou Holtz, and Rock was incredibly honest about his feeling about her. I do not like Notre Dame and Lou Holtz, period.
There we go. Yeah. All 4 of us are on the same page there. Let me get to a couple of super chats. To Town Hawk, $2 super chat. Appreciate you, man. ESPN hates Big 12 looking this good in primetime. Facts. I'm not even gonna.
Yeah.
You're absolutely right, to Town Hawk. And follow that up, another $2 super chat. If chicks dig scars, Max Johnson is Elvis. Gnarly. I actually don't know what's he talking about there.
There was a player that was quite injured that was coming. That was a little special about recovery from a heck of an injury.
Oh, where they sewed the guy on the bed. Okay. Yeah, I didn't know what they were talking about because I have no audio.
Since we're doing analogies here, it just dawned on me as I put like 14 unrelated things together. If y'all saw the Bill Belichick like nipple on the patio picture, right?
No, I didn't. No.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah, he's like out there like on the beach and steps on the patio, and somebody like got picture from the Airbnb. Honestly, like right now, I almost feel like he's the Cajun fan from The Waterboy with the big hat.
Oof.
If he just took the shirt off, they would be like, if you did a mashup, that's what you would get with him on the sidelines here.
Oh, that reminds me.
You did the play another day. You did the play another day.
Go ahead, Daniel.
That reminds me, I need to talk to Moen about the nipple ring that Ryan Day has.
Yeah, what is that?
I'm not even going to talk about that. I have a question. I'm watching this, and now we're to the second string quarterback now, Carolina, and they absolutely ran their first starting quarterback. He's done. He got hurt. So he's not out because they're getting blown out. He's out because he got hurt. So now they've gone out here to do this TV production, made for TV thing. They wanted to try to build something. This was supposed to be the first step of a 1,000-mile journey. And what ends up happening, they lose their starting quarterback, sophomore quarterback, who had all this promise, who we don't know what his injury status is going to be going forward. And you're made the fool on national television. And Daniel said at the beginning of the show, I don't know what this number draws. How many million people were saw that first drive? How many people saw that?
Probably a lot.
6 million, probably.
Oh, I bet you more than that. I bet you more than that.
Oh, they will. Colleges don't get a 15, even on a Monday.
It's a Monday night, nothing else on the end of a long college football weekend.
Well, it's going to be 15 million in the first half and 15 in the second half.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Brock, what do you think? How many people watching?
I think it hits like 5 to 6 million. Like not that many people like want to watch. Deion's television. Deion's Affleck. Bill Belichick is like, we can already do his post game conference. Disappointing outcome. Didn't really want to do it. We're on to Charlotte. Right.
Well, I guess this is my question then. Maybe this is what I'm going by. How many people were watching at kickoff? Not how many people are watching that gets measured. I don't know how many times during the game it's measured.
Right.
So in my opinion, and I'll never be able to prove this probably, but in my opinion, I bet you it was double digits somewhere in there. People initially peeking in saying, this may be interesting. Maybe this Belichick thing is a thing. They drive down the field and they make TCU look lost. Well, what we find out is TCU was lost. Their defense, he was just calling plays that had nothing to do with the UNC offense. And now the game goes by and it's over.
Yeah, but this makes our leagues look bad. I hate to say that. This is
Well, it doesn't make my league look bad.
Yeah, it does
No.
because
the Big 12. How does the Big 12 look bad here?
Because the game itself didn't come out to be as entertaining as a Texas Ohio State or something like that. Yes, I get that TCU is pounding them. TCU is looking good. A lot of people still don't even really know TCU's brand that well. The point is that it is a Monday night game. It is Premier. Now it's the other two conferences. It's the P3 and 4th. And so
we got to pull this up.
I wish
Figure out
this
whatever
was a
it
better
is.
game.
Where did that come from? Put it back up there, Rock. I didn't see that. It's
Please check
replicas in the house.
McMurphy's. Yes.
Go ahead, read it. You're there.
Oh, just please. It says to please check McMurphy's latest tweet. We got to look at it.
Okay, so let's do that.
If Replica's saying it and it's McMurphy's, it's got to be a good combination.
So I'm going to recognize the fact that we've been just talking and jabbering. I apologize to people in the chat. You guys are having conversations. I haven't been since halftime. We've been on another level. If the game was close, I would be taking your comments. I'll be perfectly honest. But now we're sitting at the bar drinking here. So
okay,
I apologize.
I'm going to read what Brett McMurphy wrote.
Read it.
Ironically, UNC's backup quarterback Max Johnson is 24 years old, the same age as Jordan Hudson, Bill Belichick's girlfriend.
They just scored a touchdown. What are you talking about? He's top of the world. That's rough.
Hey, Bill scores, just not on the field.
Oof. I mean, the takes write themselves. So this
is like
week,
gold. I love Bill Belichick, and I'm a Jets fan.
The next 4 days, wow. Yeah, Jets fan, that's preloaded. The next 4 days for UNC are going to be absolute hell.
Yeah, for sure. I was busy, so did we see any Jordan Hudson in the box or on the playoff or anything?
I've
not, but I've obviously not seen her watching it streaming. Fergie, did you see Jordan?
No, I think Carolina's trying to keep her out of the way. They want to try to get away from that as quickly as they can and try to let Bill, be the thing that people see. But now look what Bill has to do is just kind of
Yeah, no. I do believe I really, and I think your point is well made, Fergie, that it is kind of sucky because less people will be watching because it's not engaging at the end of at the same time. They're going to look up and you're going to see on ESPN readers going to be Bill Belichick, UNC, whatever, by TCU. And now the ACC can't run and hide between what it has been billed all weekend as a all ACC weekend.
Sorry, I had to throw that on there. It was the most obvious, Larry, the GM, UNC will announce it is going to the SEC tomorrow to change the narrative. That is the best blending of a watch party and the CFB Mafia's strength and realignment conversation that you could ever get in a chat. Thanks, Larry, the GM. I just wanted to do it in real time.
And I appreciate that because Larry and us in general, all of us, I put mine in there, we don't always agree. So when he pops in here, I really appreciate his opinion. Larry, so everybody knows, is a Texas fan. So he's got SEC on the brain, and but he knows Texas football, the whole state, every university. You have a question, Larry knows. So I really respect that. That's a funny flying opinion. That's I'm gonna go ahead. One last.
I was gonna say, speaking of the SEC, I didn't have dessert tonight, but I'm definitely gonna have Feinbaum's show for dessert because I just got to hear what that train wreck was like for Alabama.
So, oh boy, yeah. Really quick, I'll be honest. For some reason, I just projected another 45 minutes down the road. I was thinking this was the end of the fourth quarter. I thought we were wrapping this thing up. We got a whole fourth quarter to get through, guys. I know you don't have to stick around. I'm not tying any of you down, but I'm just telling you this is pretty crazy.
The ratings might go up because train wrecks. People like to watch car crashes, man. My favorite YouTube channel is Police Chases in LA. When those alerts come on, I'm watching like cars drive all over the place. It's like ASMR for violence of cars.
Do they still do like in the 80s and 90s the helicopter and chasing you and jumping over back fences?
They got better helicopters than the police, man. They got cameras that can. There was literally a chase last week where the guy was on the south side of LAX and couldn't go further, and their camera basically went almost to the 10 north, which is about 10 miles away. You can still see the damn car.
Really?
Because they couldn't get past the flight patterns of LAX, so they didn't want to lose it, and they did that. But This is what happens when you have a blowout. So if you ever decide to go take Herb Street lessons, besides making sure that you toe the company line, this is how you fill the fourth quarter with an occasional reference to the score.
Look, I always wanted to be a sportscaster, right? So since nobody would invite me, I'm doing it myself. That's what we're doing is filming.
It's hard, but it's kind of fun, right?
Yeah.
Last year's Super Bowl got a huge number, and that was a total blowout. Philly just absolutely housed the Chiefs.
I'm an old man. My birthday's Wednesday. I couldn't do this very often. I said this at the beginning of the show, Rock. I don't know if I mean, this is 4 hours, whatever, and I'm not sure I could do this all the time, but it certainly has been fun. Why don't you tell everybody about your channel and kind of what you and Flo are doing?
Yeah, we're just being even, we're covering a lot of stuff. You know, there's some overlap to what CFB Mafia does, but a lot more recruiting, probably more game breakdowns and getting into that kind of equation. But, you know, an occasional moment into the realignment or just the overall business side. But, you know, we basically say it's like the college football train. There's a car for every topic and team, even though you might not like where we sit you.
Well, you're going to sit down where you put me, and then you're going to have to take what I give you. That's how that works.
Know, but you know, we praise the living hell out of, you know, we're doing a recap show on Mondays now, and we praise the hell out of FSU because FSU deserve to have the hell praised out of them, man.
Yeah.
Okay, I had a question, and you're a Florida guy, and this is something I was going to get to Daniel. Now Fergie's here. I'm going to take like a 2-minute break. I'm going to turn this over to you guys for a bit, but I want to hear from Rock first. The one team that I haven't heard anything about this entire offseason is Florida. What is going on there?
Well, then you must have the blessings of filtered comments, because in case you did not realize it, DJ Lagway is actually a walking god among men.
Oh, okay.
Number one quarterback for Andy Staples. And to be clear, I actually think DJ Lagway is a good quarterback and has potential to be great. But if and I'm not even saying it because it was just a game, if Arch Manning is overhyped, runner-up for Miss Jordan Hudson would have been DJ Lagway. So I've heard a ton about them. I think that they're overranked and overrated, but we shall see. It's hard to judge when they played Long Island University, who, when I was younger, was a Division III school. I didn't actually know they moved up to FCS. You might have heard of them as a school called CW Post back in the day. Mm-hmm. But
yes, actually, yes. But I know who CW.
That's who Long Island University is. It's just like the combination of, instead of like LIU, CW Post campus. But anyway, So we don't really know. But you're going to find out really fast with Florida. You know, if you haven't heard a bunch, you're going to hear a bunch because, God bless them, they do have on paper the toughest schedule in America, right? And it got harder since, you know, USF is clearly a better team than people would have thought, right? They're playing them soon. But we'll see. Like, I think Lagway's really good, and he could save Napier's job yet again. But we will see. But I think because you're BYU and Big 12 focused, even though you're covering everything, and you're not, you know, in the same having to hear Florida crap all the time.
Literally, yeah.
I wish I had the problem of not hearing anything about Florida.
All right, Daniel, what do you think about him?
Okay, I hear a lot from my sister-in-law. She went to Gainesville.
Somebody clip that out. Somebody clip that out. Put it on Twitter. I hear a lot from my sister-in-law right now. Daniel Gygax, put it out on Twitter. That 3 seconds and have some fun. Go ahead, Daniel. I'm laughing. It's okay.
Florida last year, everybody thought that Napier was probably going to be the first coach fired. They passed around the hat. They were ready to let him go.
That's it.
They pulled off a miracle. He stayed. Yes, beating Long Island University doesn't mean much, but Florida's schedule is brutal.
Wow. Yeah.
All right. Fergie, what do you think?
Believe it or not, I live under a rock, and
you and me both.
I did see that DJ Lagway was a god. I remember that comment coming out, and that he was the greatest quarterback ever. But as I look at their schedule, he could do the greatest coaching job ever, and winning 8 games on that schedule might be a miracle, because I don't think I've ever seen a schedule quite as unfair as that.
Well, the last 2 years, Florida's schedule's been horrible too.
I mean, at LSU, at Miami, Texas, at A&M, Mississippi, I mean, Georgia. Holy cow. What a schedule. That's so, Rock, thank you for updating us on the God.
It's quite sad.
It's actually kind of, I'm not under a rock. I do try to stay connected, and maybe it's just because their schedule is so difficult. And I don't, DJ Lagway, I must have blocked in my comments. I haven't seen anything about him. So we'll have to see what Florida does. But going by what Fergie just said in that schedule, and I knew it was if not the most difficult, like the second or third in the entire country.
Tennessee and Florida State are the last 2 games. Tennessee and Florida State.
They win. Do you think, how many games does Napier need to win to save his job? Because I thought he was going to get run last year.
8.
Depends. He's got some buyout stuff there. I mean, he could actually do a really good job and finish 6-6, and that's not going to cut it. I think 7, he's safe and on the hot seat, as if you're in Gainesville in August all year long.
That's awesome. I appreciate that. Here's a comment. I'm taking these out of order, and really there's no order or anything I'm doing tonight. Nathan Scott, welcome to the channel. Make sure you subscribe. I'm going to ask everybody. Haven't really done this a ton, selling our own channel and what we're doing. But College Football Mafia, we do this stuff never before. This is the first time premier watchcast, but it's been a lot of fun regardless. We appreciate you being here, watching for even 2 minutes. Take a second if you're watching on X, jump over on YouTube. Subscribe, just put in College Football Mafia. That we're the only thing that pops up. Easy to find. If you're watching on YouTube, do us a favor, give us a thumbs up and hit the subscribe button. Nathan Scott says, how about University of South Florida? They possibly could be in the top 25 this week, maybe. We're doing our G6 preview tomorrow. Rock, you weren't here. We talked about USF a little bit. What are your thoughts on that?
I think that they have a really good coach who has an interesting offense. I think it was a very bad matchup for Boise State, but even with that, it shouldn't have been that bad. I'm feeling really good. It's making me feel better about Tulane as my G6 pick. I think that USF is going to play. The next few weeks for USF are not exactly easy either. They're playing Florida, they're playing Miami. I think USF is coming to Miami. Even if Florida and Miami were the same, it's probably a worse matchup for the Gators than it is for the Canes. Miami beat them last year with no defense. So we'll see a lot about them. They definitely have put themselves in the right spot. I do want to do one piece of business because I don't even know if you know about this. If you're following CFB Mafia and you're on your mobile app, there's a new feature that also helps the channel where you see the like and the share and clip. If you go over a little bit, there's a new button called Hype. If you hit the Hype button, there's another button to click. You award points to the channel. It's designed by YouTube to help smaller channels under 500,000. So if you love this channel, you're watching the video on demand, it might not be on right now during a live stream. I'm not sure about that. But for sure, if you're watching later or you're watching any other videos or you're watching now and you can go to any other College Football Mafia videos that are live, hit that Hype button and it will help the channel just as much or maybe even more in the early days as liking and, of course, subscribing matters more. But I just wanted to make sure you knew about that, Bomber.
I didn't know anything about that. Thank you.
Only on mobile, not on desktop, not on TV. It's just on the mobile app for now.
It won't do it on a live show. I just looked.
Are they
on the videos?
On videos, they let you do. So once we're done,
you can do it on the video. Yes.
You can do it.
Yeah, but just you can go do it on any video that's on the library, right? If you want to do Wild Utes video today, and hopefully we'll see how that works in the long run. But it just really rolled out in the last few days.
And you're in the biz. Are they looking to make it so that you can actually become a member on your mobile phone? When are they going to do that?
That I haven't seen. I think that actually, I can pretty much guess why they're not doing that.
Okay.
Is that all the apps in the App Store on Apple have to give them a 30% cut. So if they do that, then you'd be getting a cut of a cut. So that's the reason you probably actually don't want them to do that.
Okay.
it might make sense on Android phones because Google owns both, right?
Right.
But if that would be the issue for iOS, if they did that, they would be giving a cut, so that you would have to charge more or take away more. So that's the reason.
Okay, that's a great answer. Thank you. That riddles it out for me. I don't even know what the score is anymore.
There's some birthday wishes and some other comments that I starred as well. So just
are
FYI,
there? Well, then let's do those. If you can't tell, I'm getting a little tired. Larry the GM, did anyone see the Bama coach's press conference? I saw one clip that was priceless. The only clips I saw of Kalen DeBoer had been run through AI and it changed every word he said. So I don't know. Did you guys happen to catch any of that?
I didn't.
Okay. Tempest says, I'm polling for USF. Justin R. So there you go, Justin. Also, Tempest says, happy birthday, Bomber. Thank you, Tempest. I appreciate you, brother. Thanks for being your OG around here. We really appreciate you. Larry GM says, happy birthday, Nathan. Thank you. I need USF to put Florida in the dirt come Saturday. I don't know what to say about that.
Calling a shot. That's some good trash talk in there.
I would love to see it.
I think he has like Rec 2.0 going on there with some solid
trolling there.
I did want to see Rec drink that soda so bad. I wish we would have called some.
I don't know what that is about a 1980s Coke kicking around in his office there, but
yeah,
we all had that in a box. You put something in a box at college and then you found it.
Mine were all empty. So Larry the GM says they have to overhype as many QBs as possible so they can tear them down. That's I think also true. And this one I marked earlier and I hadn't got to it. Nathan Scott says, wonder what the Pat McAfee show, who, by the way, did an hour and a half or 2 hour pregame on this just disaster tonight. What that reaction will be. What does McAfee say tomorrow?
Something with a lot of F-bombs. He probably won't be happy because they hyped up Bill Belichick being the
savant
coach at UNC. Yeah. I mean, anytime I think of Bill Belichick, I think of how good was he without Tom Brady? I mean, he stunk in Cleveland.
Well, he didn't win. Brady went and won a Super Bowl. He didn't. So I think facts answer that question. Do you, Fergie, Rock, you have any?
Listen, I will say this though. If I were up 3 points against an opponent, I'd want my DC to be Bill Belichick. He is a hell of a defensive coach. The problem is he has no personality at all. And the only unique part is the butt of the joke. Jordan is the fact that he has this girlfriend. And I will say this, I want to spin off and I'm going to let you guys go here in a minute. But so the prime effect and the Belichick effect and those things, the one thing college football has become is it's click. And so there are times where I catch a lot of flack from great teams with great coaches who are like, I hate Colorado because they get attention for no reason. Agreed. But the problem is the brand that what we all need to do is help each other's brands continue to build unique content, unique on sideline. I mean, how funny is it that Deion Jr. went and filmed Colorado, and now all of you have film now, right, on your sidelines of your teams because you had to. So the cool part is those types of things happen. I just think Bill's just a grouchy, horrible person, and that it's a
terrible mismatch.
He's not gonna build the brand. His only thing is Super Bowl champion. Yeah. If they go 5 and 7,
4 and 8,
the Prime went 4 and 8, and he was still hot.
Yeah,
he goes 4 and 8.
Belichick's gonna take the flight.
Now, here's your trivia question for the day: who was Bill Belichick's defensive coordinator at Cleveland?
I don't know.
Oh,
I can't remember.
Hold on.
An afterthought. I don't know.
Is it
anything Cleveland related?
Nick Saban.
Yeah, I knew it was somebody, but honestly I didn't really care.
Yeah. Exactly.
Before you go, Fergie, I know you got to go. Really quick, Colorado coming up the next little bit.
We got to figure out if Caden Salter's the guy. We get Delaware. They're going to be a feisty bunch. The Blue Hens are going to fight. But I think if Salter is not calm and collected and throwing better passes, Julian Lewis deserves some time. Watching Underwood, watching the kid at Cal, these young quarterbacks, Our future is not this year. It's 26, 27. It's Julian Lewis. It's don't lose him to the portal. It's build around him. So I'll look forward to the Delaware game. Not going, that's just not exciting to me per se. But
it's a home game.
It's a home game. We just got to get back on our feet and see what happens. And I would say what I'll do this week, Nathan, is work on some creative ideas to be able to make sure I'm contributing some cool stuff. So
okay, I appreciate that. Thank you so much.
Happy birthday! Congrats, Rock, on Miami being back on the big stage and beating Notre Dame. And Daniel, I'm still trying to find my way to Morgantown. I'm creating a business trip just to get to Morgantown.
There you
That'll
go.
work.
So
fly in and out of Pittsburgh, and you'll be good.
All right, sounds good.
Thanks, Fergie. Have a great night. Thanks so much.
You bet. Take care, guys.
All right, bye. Oh boy, Rock. I don't know. You're welcome to stick around as long as you want. You're on the West Coast along with Daniel, so you guys are actually up more than I am. I should just clock out, and you guys could just close the show down.
Greg already closed his show down.
Did he?
Yeah.
I've never done this before, but I can tell you right now, they just fumbled again, and there's 11 minutes left, and I think I'm about worn out. Rock, what do you think about this Watchcast stuff? You're younger than I am by a bit, but it's a lot of fun. And Rock's walked away. There he is.
No, hold on 1 second, guys. Give me 1 minute.
Okay. Daniel, thank you for coming on tonight. I really, really appreciate it.
Hey, no problem.
West Virginia, you very rarely take time yourself. You're very unselfish. Take a little bit and tell everybody about West Virginia. What we got coming up this year?
Okay. West Virginia, they play Ohio, and that's an Ohio team that looked really good against Rutgers, but who knows what that is. The big 3 games that WVU is looking at is week 3. That's the backyard brawl. Week 5, which is Utah. And I think that, and that's going to be in Morgantown. I think that's going to really, really show how good WVU is, and going to BYU the following week. I think that's going to really show.
That's a rough back-to-back, brother.
That's a rough back-to-back.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, Utah's extremely physical, whether their quarterback gets figured out by a DC or not. Their defense is legit. So.
Oh yeah.
But so that back-to-back, and then anything else? This isn't the season for you in West Virginia, right?
Well,
you guys are reasonable. You guys think that maybe next year is the.
Next year will probably be the season. Nico Markiel, he's a junior. He did he hasn't lost a game at playing at starting quarterback. But then again, he's only started 4 games.
There you go.
So small sample size. I think things are going to be okay. Vegas has 5.5. I think they're going to do better than that. I think
they make a bowl game.
This is a 6 or 7 win team. They'll end up going to the Frisco Bowl again. I mean, we don't know.
Very fair. I appreciate you. Thank you for coming on tonight with me.
Hey, no problem.
You can stay. I'm not kicking you off. I want to give you that tonight.
Daniel, get out.
So Rock, really quick, let me get to this next super chat. We've got a couple of them. I want to get to them. Ryan Willie, $2 super chat. Thank you, Ryan, being a long-term member, OG member, one of the very first members of the College Football Mafia family. If Bill fails, does his son replace him? I think that was what people talked about initially. It was a Bill Belichick project for 2 years, and then it would be this pass down. Oh my gosh, TCU is. Anyway, what do you guys think about that?
I don't care if they gave his son a 10-year guaranteed contract the minute Bill leaves. If they're a failure the minute Bill leaves, either UNC is not investing at all and they're stuck with the contract, right? Yeah. Which means good luck. But more likely, they're like, yeah, bro, remember how your dad was coach of the New York Jets for 1 day? We're going to top it off. You're going to have a contract and be coach for 0 days. You don't even have to write it on a napkin.
UNC's not even trying anymore. They've absolutely surrendered. If this was a backyard, if it like somebody was doing this in the schoolyard, the kid would be in the hospital. That's how bad.
I mean, look, the thing is, I I don't think it's out of the question that Belichick can do something with this program, right? He's got to learn lessons. They came in with optically a bit of an attitude, but if you were paying attention, the first choice they made was they brought in a quarterback, I believe it was from Purdue, right, to come in for the spring, and he boomeranged right back out, which means that their assessment skills for college were not good, right? So they had to go in the portal. They had to get the guy from South Alabama, who actually is pretty good after the spring.
The kid's athletic.
Yeah. Like, he's pretty good. Like, I don't know if he's going to be good at this level, but like, it was a good flyer for sure, and he did some stuff at South Alabama. You know, it's just going to be harder and take longer than the mass turnover that Deion did if they're truly serious for it, and if an old dog can learn new tricks, right? Because ultimately, even if he's a Super Bowl winning coach, it doesn't matter if you're a college losing coach. Right? And if, let's say, the rest of the ACC, for however long it is getting its act back together, and the ACC has looked fairly decent this weekend despite this, right? I agree with the earlier assessment. This is not bad for the Big 12. It's bad for the sense that like everybody's potentially turning off. And in the meantime, the narrative's already been made. Even the LSU Clemson game, who Clemson lost, right? Everyone's like, that was a really close game. They play that game 10 times. It's probably 6-4, 5-5, right? It's very possible. And LSU the narrative is probably the best. So if you lost to the best team by one and you had a chance to win, you're good. Alabama, FSU completely helped. Georgia Tech, Colorado in a very watched game, and then Miami and Notre Dame. So even though the ACC had a chance to go 5-3 and wind up going 4-4, if you count Cal kicking Oregon State's butt and a few other games, it doesn't matter. The Tennessee lost to Syracuse.
State's down bad.
Yeah, but still, optically, it's a name, right?
Yeah, it is.
It's a name. It was a P4 school or P5 school 2 years ago.
Yes, I agree. Yeah, you know how I feel about Washington State and Oregon State. Yeah,
and So that they've done that, but he has to really decide he wants to do it and whether he has the desire. Like, yes, he's cooking all of his meal, but like so far the meal sucks.
I just telling TCU again.
I was just gonna say, so now it's 48 to 7 or 14. The one thing that I think is kind of funny, and where have you been? A couple people have come in here at the last minute. Timothy Green, our soldier out there on the East Coast.
They probably were all on at Greg's show because Greg just did his live stream.
Okay, now I have a problem with this then. If you guys are watching Greg and not me, I want to know why. Send me a DM and let me know, or tell me in the comments. And then Devil Frog checks in. The one guy I was looking for to represent TCU, not because we didn't have other TCU people, but this is the original Mafia guy. He says TCU has over 200-yard rushing. It's interesting that my question was going to address that before I saw Devil Frog in the comments. Hoover's still in the game.
Why? Yeah. Why?
Yeah, you guys like Bear Bachmeyer was halftime. Here's your hat.
Yeah.
Go take a seat. We got things to do, right? We're planning for the rest of the season. What is going on with TCU at this point? I'm kind of surprised.
Maybe they think it's scrimmage.
Like they're in practice?
Yeah, they have a red shirt on. I don't know. A red jersey on him because they can't get to him. I don't know. I think it's a very foolish thing for him to be. If he comes out again, that is a massive mistake.
I couldn't agree with you more. Steve Moser checking in. This baseball game is way better. That's awesome. I was just gonna, but it's not better than me, Steve. That's the point. I don't care about the game. This is about me. Really quick preview. And I don't know, since everybody's coming in, maybe I'll just sit here and mute. But I was just gonna say tomorrow is the long delayed G6 preview, and I will just tell you right now, all of our preview picks are broken already. So what we're going to be doing is going through and reviewing picks that the entire Mafia team made, and we're all regretting at this point. So we will be doing stuff tomorrow, call-ins. We'll have some other personalities around representing G6 schools. We'll talk about UNLV. We'll talk about a USF. We'll try to get into some other corners. Tulane, where Jake Retzlaff will lose you at least 2 games, if not 3. And see where we go at the end of the season. Right now, a $10 super chat from Steve Moser paying me back right here. Let it be known that I was here the whole time. It didn't migrate over. Great show tonight. Happy birthday. Thank you, Steve. I was just teasing. I love you, brother.
Hey, Bomber, did you guys, I want to interject because I'm going to have to go in a second, but I didn't get to hear it. I'm still basking in the glow. First, I want to say I was only a touchdown away from calling the Miami score completely. I had 27-17. in that last one did it. But and I like to thank Notre Dame for making sure that my parlay worked. I appreciate that.
Well, you scared me to death though last night. I mean, come on. What are you doing?
But I'm wondering from what you guys said or the chat, what people's take were of that game or assessment or whatever. Also, or just like who does everybody think was the best team they saw for week 0/1? I'm curious in general. Like I don't think it was Miami, to be clear, but I'm just curious what everybody thinks they saw actually on the field.
Daniel, do you want to think on that? Because I can answer right now.
I can give it to you. Iowa State looked really good in Ireland. Miami looked really good last night, and I want to say I almost said BYU, but Portland State just got housed the week before. So I'm going to give it to those two.
There was too many good games and too many games that didn't meet expectations and people were bored. The only one that I want to address right now, because I haven't had a chance to talk, we haven't talked Miami and Notre Dame at all, which is ironic because it's in a normal year, in a normal day, I would be like, I'm obsessed with Notre Dame, right? It's envy as a BYU fan, and I have other issues because, So normally I would have started the show with Notre Dame, Miami. I would have ended with Notre Dame. The whole thing, other than watching this game, would have been Notre Dame, Miami. But in my opinion, I think it was Miami's game. And Rock, I just have a question back to you about that. The one thing you guys lacked last year was your defense, and then at the end of the game, your defense seemed to get a little tired. Are you concerned at all now?
Because, not remotely. I think that's the best team we're playing all season.
Okay.
And I think there was one breakdown on that one touchdown. Okay. Really, when it's all said and done, if anything, I was pleasantly surprised because I was like half believe. I do have information about that program. I do. If people don't think so or not, if you know, and it's not just flow. And I was believing it. And but I needed to see it still because I'm used to 7-5 as an average over 20 years. Right. But no, and I listened to Corey Heatherman, the DC today, and talk about it. I'm like, yeah, we screwed this up. We did that. I think it's cleanup stuff. I think those were the messy parts of week one. There was not one point in that game where I started to do my Miami pace, which is what I do in the living room when I'm like, maybe if I change my position, they'll get better.
I feel you.
And that didn't happen. I was like, oh, this is okay. We're gonna play with our food. That's how I felt.
Okay.
About the game, but I never stressed. I got frustrated that I thought the play calling got a little too conservative there on the offensive side.
With the lead.
And it tends to happen with Mario Cristobal, but didn't happen so much last year because with Cam Ward, because the defense was so terrible that they always had to be on the offense.
Yes.
That was the best defense. But no, the wide receiver questions that I had were pretty much answered, and we'll see. They still got to do it. They have a lot of games to go, but I wouldn't have cared if it was like by 1 point with a bad penalty. I really could care less. Just the fact that Notre Dame lost was good enough, but I was pleasantly surprised.
I'm kind of, and I mentioned this last night, I'm really kind of surprised Keelan Marion isn't returning kicks. Like he was the Swiss Army knife for BYU last year. To offset our other returners.
I was surprised too, but I mean, he is starting, so it's not that I thought they got him for that, but Mario has a tendency. Now look, with what Malachi Tony did, I don't know. They might want to protect him too, but he's the one that has game-breaking ability. I was surprised as well, but your guy is wide receiver 1 or 2, depending upon what position they're putting in. Like he was getting the plays, he got a couple of balls thrown to him. But I was surprised too. I wouldn't be surprised if they alternate or change. Like I was surprised, but both of them were returning punts in practice all summer camp. So don't know what the final decision there was.
Okay. I know this. He's better with, and I said this, he has NFL vision. Like if you watch his returns last year, normal people do not see those angles and those.
Yeah.
He is the guy, right? Which is why he went to Miami, and I love Keelan Marion. I want him to go NFL and represent Miami, and I'm super excited about that. I just think it's maybe a misused tool in the toolbox, but maybe they'll change it. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of the questions I'm hoping I get. I'm able to hear an answer from either a Miami reporter through back channels. Not that I was complaining. Malachi Tony shouldn't have been fair catching the ball on a 5-yard line, though.
Right.
That's something that I don't think your boy would have done.
No. Like I said, he's a pro at what he does. So I know, Daniel, you got to go.
Yep.
West Virginia, go ahead and sign off.
Just want to say Ohio this week and following week, backyard brawl.
So is Pitt any good?
No.
Okay, so that's all I need to hear. Thank you, Daniel, for coming on and being with me, man. I appreciate it. Oh, Larry's GM, finally Hoover's out. It's not stat padding anymore. That whole third quarter, I don't understand. And honestly, I think that kind of showboating in now college football is going to get penalized. They're going to end up, like Rock said, it's going to cost them an injury. Down the line, they're going to do something stupid like that to look good. And anymore, the margins are so close with these really good teams that could break your season.
For sure.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. I got to go, guys.
See you, Daniel. Yep. Thank you so much.
Yeah, Nate, I'm just going to throw this one up from Larry, the GM, because it was about Carson Beck, and then I'm going to go. I think Beck is going to make a lot of doubters look dumb. I think that is 100% correct. I think you already started to hear the narrative changing before the game last night because people started to hear how he was doing and healing. But I think that's probably the lowest stat game we see from him all year. Unless they take him out early, which is very possible this coming weekend. Miami plays their one FCS game, in between Notre Dame, USF, and Florida. So we're allowed to have one of those. Alabama has those as well at times. But I think he's right on that one, and we shall ultimately see. But that's the toughest defense Miami's likely to play the entire season, so I'm not surprised. But all good first week for Carson Beck. The guy looks like a weight of the world came off of his shoulders, and he was having fun playing ball. But with that, man, I'm going to also bow out. Congrats on outlasting Greg. I didn't know this is one of those things. I mean, I tapped out on the Utah-UCLA game the other night, but that was also the second one I did of the day.
Yeah. You did too? I didn't know that.
I was just trying to see. It was a glutton for punishment. It's hard. Talking for that many hours is rough, so I feel you.
Yeah, and I'm doing it again tomorrow. Not this long, of course, but we are doing our G6 preview tomorrow at 8 Eastern, and that'll be interesting. Really quick, this comment from MBM. Thanks. Great to see you, MBM. Thank you so much. Appreciate you as a valuable member of the College Football Mafia family. If Brian Kelly has finally figured it out, LSU will be playing in the title game. I actually believe that Brian Kelly could cost them a title game finish. What do you think about that?
Look, I mean, I had Clemson in Texas to begin with for my predictions on there, but I always had
I can't remember.
I always had LSU in the top 5, so I can't necessarily, as much as you do these early predictions just to have the receipts on you to show that you were wrong, but at least we're putting it out there, which I'm always fine for people to come at you, but if you didn't put any receipts out there, it's kind of like a half not fair game. But I always thought LSU was going to be top 5, and that was despite my not really liking Brian Kelly very much in many ways, but I don't think he's a terrible coach. He's had some bad plays, but they look, I said they look like the best team that I saw this past weekend was LSU. So
I love it.
Think that's entirely possible.
Thanks for coming on and helping moderate for me.
Yeah, no worries, man. Have a good rest of your night. Good night, everybody.
You do too. Have a great week. We'll talk to you later.
Bye.
Bye. He is Rock and Rant, and his show with Miami Flow on Twitter. On YouTube is College Football Express, no E, just an Express. Go over there right now, subscribe to his channel, and watch his videos. They do fantastic stuff. He did the watch shows over the weekend, and they're a lot of fun. I'm literally losing my voice, so I love you all, but I'm going to have to do this sign out to 3 hours and 18 minutes. I think this is the longest show I've ever done. It was a lot of fun, but I am tired. It's a holiday. I hope you guys have been safe. Thanks for being here for what is the 48-14, 3 minutes left. UNC, predictably for me, is getting blown out. Absolutely blown out. 48-14 in what is not a surprise to me, but is an absolute hate fest for ESPN. I think Belichick's out of his depth, and the pro game does not translate backwards. I think what Pete Carroll did is easier because you can get coordinators that can help coach you up. But if the leader's broken in college football, it doesn't work down. That's my opinion. I'm an old man, so I get to say whatever I want. It's my show. But I just don't. If I'm a UNC fan, I'm extremely frustrated because I was led to believe one thing, and I'm getting a turkey on the back end. And you're hurt. You're potentially really hurt your starting quarterback by leaving him in long past the time when the game was still in doubt. And UNC, I don't know. Don't overreact. That's what I'm telling everybody. Don't overreact about Alabama. Don't overreact about Texas. Don't overreact about a BYU. And don't overreact about a Utah. We don't know where these teams are going to end up, right? That's the story, and that's why we do things around here, College Football Mafia, year-round. If you're watching me now on X, subscribe on YouTube, follow me on Twitter, and help us continue to build this thing. Everybody's in the chat. I would say me and Flugars and Greg's a mentor, friend. Our viewers are the smartest ones on all social media. And I can say that because, again, it's my show. I can do whatever I want. But you guys know your ball. And you're not just here to do cracks. You're not just here to wait for your team to be talked about. You engage and you know what you're talking about. And I appreciate that so much. Otherwise, I wouldn't even be doing this. I would have quit probably a year and a half ago, I would have quit. Because if you're not engaging, if you can't confront me, tell me I'm wrong, and then explain why, I'm wasting my time. Because that's what we're trying to do. You learn through growth. Growth comes from conflict. And here we go. And then we're all better at the end of the day. So 3 hours, 21 minutes. I'm not going to do this anymore. You guys are awesome. I love you so much. And tomorrow night, 8 p.m. Eastern, I'm going to have to do this again for some suicidal reason. G6 preview, long overdue. And it's really going to turn into, because all our picks are blown up a lot after this weekend. I'm going to talk to some creators and some people that are in that space that represent teams in the G6, and I want to hear from them. And then I want to hear from you. I don't think I'll probably be able to do call-ins because guests is different than just us just hammering each other. So call-ins, I thought I was going to do. I don't think I'm going to do that now. I know you're going to hate me, but I'm going to pull that piece off of it. But we are going to have fun, good conversation, and I want to engage. And then the rest of the week, we have more stuff coming up. So subscribe on YouTube. Follow me on Twitter. If you follow me on Twitter, that's the easiest way to find out our stuff because I advertise everything on. But you might miss things because Ute, Fergie, Daniel, Rock, Becky, Pickles, and I know I'm forgetting people because I'm really tired. Everybody does stuff. Moen is the engine in the background doing all the hard work. And he might do something Wednesday night. I don't know. I'm rambling this time. Just so you know, BYU is real good. I told everybody before the season started, the Portland State thing, 69-0. Everybody's laughing about. Portland State is not even close to being a measurable. It was a, and I'm not disrespecting Portland State. Portland State got paid a lot of money to go through that. But BYU is good because their defense is back. I mean, it returns. Elite defense. Don't know where they're going to be in the final at the end of the year, but defense is they're going to ride that defense. But Bear Bachmeier, look him up. Google him. Follow him on Twitter. At BearB47. Starting quarterback for BYU. I don't know. He could be really, really good. really, and I'm sort of hiding my smile, but he did some next level. I keep begging people to watch the BYU game, not for the game, just the second quarter, and you will see some plays in there that, as I've said earlier about Keelan Marion, are next level. This is a kid that's 18 or 19 years old, and he has shiftiness that you can't program. And that's how you win ball games. That's how Michigan is going to win with their starting quarterback. And there's others I know I missed. Cal's, freshman quarterback. And if everybody, and this is just for now, forever, the future, true freshman quarterbacks are going to become a norm. Calling my shot, right? Bomber's crazy. No, you know why? Because as Fergie said tonight, there is a real chance if the 5-star quarterback Colorado recruited in the offseason from California doesn't get measurable playing time, he will leave Colorado and go somewhere where somebody will play him. And that is every single team, every single year. Is free agency every single year. So your QB's good, you're going to be good, and you're going to recruit well. Your QB's not good, and you run the risk of losing the QB you have, whether you play him or not, because he just wants to be on TV on ESPN highlights and play in the NFL. So that's Colorado's curse and blessing, frankly, because Deion sells NFL through college, and I know Fergie and I disagree on this. I don't think that's a way to win a national championship. That's not, in my opinion, that's not how you build a team. I think you build a team in the reverse. In fact, the absolute opposite way. You build to the NFL through college, in college. So we'll see who's going to win. Same thing, Belichick tonight did the exact same thing. That's what he's trying to steal. 48-14 final, by the way. I did it. I made it to the end. Screw y'all who said I was leaving. He looks like he has been run over by a truck. He's old. What is he, 76? It's hot, muggy. North Carolina's not the easiest place. I just don't know what is going to happen with Carolina this year. It's really interesting. So is that the way to build your team? Is NFL? I don't think so. That's not how Michigan's built their teams. They say, come to Michigan, we will build you to the NFL. Not come to Michigan, you will go to the NFL because you're at Michigan. That's not how it works at all. So, sorry, little soapbox. I'm tired, and so you get sort of run on from me. But that's where we're at this point. We're gonna have to close it down. But first week is in the books. Week 1 is done. We're on to week 2, and Insta reactions all week long. Texas sucks. Alabama is going to be relegated. Kalen DeBoer's gone. Utah's national champion. True freshman quarterbacks. Risky, not risky. That's going to start the conversations. But the ones that started, that did well this weekend, that is going to be the precedent because of NIL and transfer portal. Book it. If you hear anybody else, I was the first person to say it. I don't know if that's true or not, but it's the truth, and it's going the way to be. You're going to have to build a team, offensive line, experienced. You're going to have to build a team differently going forward, in my opinion. You're going to have to build a team that you can plug in an elite quarterback from the high school level. Not the reverse. You don't bring in the quarterback, 5-star quarterback, and you have a 3-star line. That's not how you do it, in my opinion. You're going to get your quarterback killed, you're not going to win, and you're not going to recruit, and it's going to circle down, and it's going to be the exact opposite. Experienced line, experienced skill position, true freshman, elite quarterbacks is how you're going to win national championships in 5 years. Yep. There we go. Final yards, by the way. TCU, 543 yards. Total yards for North Carolina, 222, and 80 or 75 of those came on the first drive. That is hilarious to me. Everybody have a great night. We will see you tomorrow. I appreciate you. And hug a family member. Send somebody a text if you think about them. Let them know you care. Other than that, we're out of here. See you later. Peace. If I hit the right button. See you later.